Visit capitalcitycomfort-br.com.
Ready to take your brand awareness to new heights?
Experience the power of audio and digital marketing combined with Guaranteed Digital Media.
Our radio branding messages resonate through the airwaves, leaving a lasting impression.
Combine this with digital tactics like retargeting, geofencing, and social media to really boost your reach.
Imagine your radio ad complemented by targeted digital ads, ensuring your brand is seen and heard across multiple platforms.
To learn more, visit 1045ESPN.com and click Connect. That's 1045ESPN.com and click Connect. Recall alert? Due for an oil change? Brakes louder than the kids in the back? Bayou Ford can get you in for service today. You don't have to wait. Same day service. Schedule now at BayouFord.com. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Thursday, April 3rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 75 in hour one of today's show. We'll preview LSU versus Oklahoma as they do battle tonight in game one of the series. We'll also talk some LSU gymnastics as they begin their NCAA tournament run tonight at the Penn State Regional. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's going on, everyone? Welcome in to a brand new OTB. It's Thursday, April 3rd. The worst part is I was trying to read on the screen, and I still screwed it up. It is Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. Hope everybody's having a great morning. Chances are, though, it's a very good chance you're listening to this and you're on I-10 right now. And you are ready to go full. Is it Martin Sheen? Is it the guy?
Steve Martin.
No. There's an old road rage movie with Papa Sheen when L.A. back in the day. He goes crazy on the interstate. I've never seen it, but I know of it. I've seen clips from it. Nobody has any idea what I'm talking about?
Michael Douglas?
Michael Douglas. Did I say, is that who I'm thinking of? Michael Douglas, not Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
The 1972 film Rage?
Is Michael Douglas in it? Does he have workman glasses?
No, I know.
This is a disaster bit.
You are thinking of Michael Douglas.
All I'm trying to imply is that you're probably feeling a bit of road rage. And I do not think you should do what he does, which I'm pretty sure involves violence. I think you should just listen to Off the Bench, and we'll maybe try to bring you a couple laughs and alleviate whatever frustrations you are currently feeling. Also, look to your right. Look at that wall going up on I-10. That's pretty cool, Progress, guys. But, yeah, chances are you're stuck in traffic. So, sorry about that. But we do have a great show for you today. Excited to break down this series. Excited to talk to some coaches. But first, let's see everyone. So, Jakey, what's up, baby? How we doing?
Are we talking about falling down?
I
don't know. You wouldn't know until you saw it. Where he wears the black rim glasses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. The black rim glasses. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Is that Michael Douglas?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
We got there.
Yeah.
Together.
I've never seen it, so I don't even know why I brought it up. I just know he has it's a movie about road rage where he's triggered and he goes on an entire day of road raging.
It's actually a pretty good movie.
Have you? So you've seen
wait,
it.
I had looked up Martin Sheen because you said Martin Sheen at first.
Aren't the Sheens and the Douglases involved somehow? Or
I don't see a
is
Martin
my
Sheen in this
disaster
movie.
beginning of the show here continuing to just
I think
fall
it's
apart down the
continuing.
tracks? The
Robert
hubcaps
Duvall's
coming
in
off. Anyway.
It's okay. You had a long morning.
Anyway. Yeah, we're a bit behind this morning, but that's okay. Very excited. How are you doing this morning?
All good with me. Love that we have a Thursday baseball series.
Yep, another
That's
one.
always exciting. Get something to do on a Thursday night.
Yep, something to recap tomorrow morning, certainly. Again, we'll be breaking it down all morning long. Alondra, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, doing great. I actually really like the Thursday through Saturday series.
Yes, agreed.
I'm a fan.
Agreed.
So
I like how you said that, like Jake had said that he didn't like it, but no, but yes, I actually really like it as well.
I was reinforcing.
I don't
Well, then
remember having
actually
it.
You're being
wasn't
like
needed.
super judgy for somebody who couldn't remember the name of this movie and said Martin Sheen
Look,
was in
it's
it and it
because
wasn't.
I'm lashing out.
Yeah, don't lash out at me.
Because I'm.
It's not my fault. You were on
mode.
0 miles to eat.
I'm in a disaster mode.
It's
this
not
morning.
my fault.
We'll get into that.
I
What?
feel like Tay would be the complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
Like if he gets like to 25 miles to empty, he's
He probably doesn't
sweating
even
and
No,
panicking.
like my gas gauge. I get gas when the gas tells me to. Like if it gets low, but never in my life have I been on 0 miles.
Yeah, but
till
you know,
empty.
it's one of those things
We've all
where it's
been there.
like,
zero.
I've been there this
We've
week.
all been there.
Like, okay, but like, do y'all not just like when y'all are pulling into the driveway, be like, oh hey, I need gas.
no, because you're like,
You're
I'm
already
finally
in the
home. I'll do
driveway.
it in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then in the morning, you're not used to stopping for gas. You just roll on right past the gas station.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're like, oh my, and you keep doing this cycle of, okay, I'll do it next time I get in the car.
Yeah.
But then you keep forgetting. And then eventually you look down and you're like, ugh. So yeah, I was getting coffee this morning. I looked down, I'm on 0. Like, brother.
Victoria's that way. For like she does that all the time. So
I think you're just too responsible. I think most know that struggle.
well, like
Also, 0 miles is not really 0 miles. You got a little more
Yeah,
juice.
you
than
got a
that.
like
little time.
Yeah.
we
You got a little
You got a little
time.
more juice.
There's
I
no
get-
worse feeling though when you're like on the interstate in between exits and you're sitting there feathering the pedal.
Yeah.
I like turn off the AC.
Yeah, turn off the AC.
You know,
is a
make
pro
sure
move.
that we're just
That's a pro
achieving
move.
peak
Yeah.
gliding,
Yeah.
barely using as little pedal as you
Yeah,
can.
radio's probably going off too.
The radio
although it
gets
doesn't.
turned off.
I've never turned the radio
I
off.
turned it off on
Yeah.
the
Turned
interstate
the
one time.
radio
I was
off.
getting real nervous.
Yeah,
Wait,
although
wait,
it has
wait.
nothing to do with the gas.
I was about to say, does that conserve gas? I've never done that.
No,
I think the
no.
AC does.
AC does.
AC does.
Yeah.
We've all know. At least we all think that.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard that back in the
Being
day.
a
I heard
wild
that
tale
too.
for sure.
Let's see.
I don't know if it's true or not. I've definitely always operated like it is. You wouldn't know this life, Taylor. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
no. So
you
like
would
the
have
thing
this
is,
thrill.
I always like, believe it or not, there's no drive-through energy drink place. Which actually,
Yeah,
T-Bob, there's our
true.
next $1 million idea: drive-through energy drink place.
Just
so,
add
like,
it to the vending machine.
I have
Boudin
to stop
and
at the gas
Monsters.
station in the morning, anyways, like to get the energy drink. So
Yeah,
like, I'm
that's
kind of
true.
always there. So it's never really.
Hey,
You could buy
why
like
don't you buy like a
12.
24 pack?
Go to Costco.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I got you for Christmas. They do sell those.
Yeah.
They were great. But the problem is, like, sometimes I'll be driving, I'm like, I just don't know what I want. Like, you know, sometimes you don't know what you want to eat. Sometimes I don't know what energy drink I want. Got to stop in and get a new one.
He does like to mix it up. Which
Right.
is very funny.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
has
has
the
a Red Bull
vibes.
today. He hasn't had Red Bull in a while.
I hadn't had a
feel
Red
like.
Bull in a while. I
Yeah.
walked in and I was like, you know what? That looks kind of good.
That's so freaking
Let's go with that.
crazy.
Like me picking out an energy drink is like other people picking out donuts. Like you stand there and you're kind of just like staring at the glass a little bit. You know, I'll let 2 people go in front of me this morning because I was like, I don't know what I want yet. I guess.
No,
Y'all
you
go
did
ahead.
Not. No, you did not.
No, it was one lady there. She was grabbing
That's
something.
very. That's very funny though. You're sincerely sitting there and like very sincerely. Sitting there and
the
choosing
first
what energy
thing that
drink
I
you want.
consume during the day. That could make or break your entire day, T-Bob.
So there's like no sort of drive-through convenience stores here.
no.
Not that I know of.
Apparently, though, we now have a like Korean convenience store. Did you see this? With little ramen stations and
No,
stuff.
but that's awesome.
Yeah, I've somebody linked it to me on Instagram. It seems pretty cool. Can't remember the name of it though.
Well, I'm sure there's not that many of them. Probably
No,
Google it.
yeah, no, I don't think that there are. Go DJ says Red Bull vanilla ice berry.
They're so good, and I
Damn
can't
good.
find it anywhere.
Red Bull vanilla ice.
I think they were like
What in the
winter
Ricky
edition.
Bobby are you talking about?
I think they were like winter edition, so I think they don't have them anymore, but they were so good. And it was one of those things where you had to find them at a gas station somewhere because they wouldn't have them.
Tay, do you think that the ritual is part of the reason why you don't just want to buy a big variety pack from the grocery store?
Like the experience?
Yeah, well, you know,
creature
just,
habit.
like, you know, it's because I kind of like the ritual of getting coffee in the morning as opposed to making it at home, even though I can make it at home. But there's something nice about, having my interactions with my guy Jason and whoever else is working there that morning. Do you like stopping at the gas station to start your day?
It's not that I like it, but again, I'm never out of gas because of that. Because if I pull in and I'm low and I'm like, oh, I can just get it right here. It's just convenient. It's just convenient for me.
Does Jason
Like
judge you for
convenience
not having
store.
the app?
should.
No.
You think he does, like, internally? You should ask him.
No.
Hey, J-Man.
Jason's a grinder. He's a grinder.
Oh, yeah, he grinds coffee, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also grinds. He holds down a couple of jobs. He's a beast. But no, we don't judge each other. Our relationship's not like that. We're very supportive of one another.
Well, I mean, it'd be judging you because it's something that could help you.
Yeah.
He's got your best interest at heart.
I
got so much free coffee.
You're missing out on so much free stuff.
Yeah, actually, I don't have an argument against it. Y'all are right, but whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to change at this point. It is what it is. But y'all are right. Y'all are objectively
because every morning,
in
right?
the right. Yeah, definitely.
Wild.
I know. I've had like at least 3 free coffees just this year.
Yeah. Well. Sorry, I like to support my local economy.
Yeah, I'm sure
Sorry, he likes to
Starbucks
give to
is
Starbucks.
Your Starbucks is really pushing money back into the
to your
beverage
local
community.
economy. Yeah.
Relax, okay? Are there not employees there that live here? Okay, yes. Is it a corporation? Absolutely. And I wish they'd pay their employees more. But it still has local employees. So.
You could stop.
Do you tip Jason?
Yes, I tip $1 every coffee. I tip $1 generally.
Like per drink?
No, like that's a nice thing to do. I'm just laughing because y'all are like, guys, I get free coffees. And T-Bob's like, not only do I not get free coffee, I spend extra every time.
Well, look, it's I think if you're gonna get coffee, you should tip $1.
Yeah.
Nothing more,
I
nothing
agree. I
less.
tip whenever I get coffee. Yeah.
I tip $1.
Also, I feel like if I'm at like a place where they assemble my meal in front of me, like a Cava, Chipotle, Finbom, whatever, I'll do $1 there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think 20%. It's not yet. I mean, whatever. You're not like taking my order,
Well,
serving
sometimes
everything.
it's just easier for me
But
to just click 20%.
You
than
did
to, like,
assemble it.
Type in.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
nowadays, dude, those things get up to like $14, $15, and then 20%. You're looking at like $20 for like freaking sandwich. I'm like, I don't know about all that, but I'll give you. But I'll just do $1.
Yeah.
Just do $1.
What about takeout? Like when you go pick up takeout, do you tip?
If
This
I
is
pick up at the
controversial.
restaurant?
Yeah. This is controversial.
I know. That's a difficult one.
$5 maybe.
So you do?
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Probably not every time.
Standard amount, $5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$5.
Well, so I'm actually, I will, but it's weird. I kind of do a little bit lower just because, like, I don't know who made that food. I don't know who prepared it. So, like, I'm kind of like in takeout, if I'm picking it up, I'm like a 10% tipper. Just in takeout.
It's probably going into the pool of tips, not to one individual.
I don't know.
I think so.
It's just, it's confusing to me.
I think a $5 tip's also a good number now with inflation. Maybe I'm wrong, but like back in the day, it didn't
like
matter if
3.
I was giving like one pizza, where maybe that's like a big tip, or like a billion pizzas.
Yeah.
$5 was
Yeah.
always like a great
Same.
pizza tip.
Great
Yeah.
pizza tip.
And I'm kind of like that with Chinese food as well. Those delivery apps make it really hard to
I
want to
know.
tip because
Because of all the fees.
all of a sudden your prices are just like
Yeah,
You
can
get like
Kid
a
Rock do
15
something about that too?
Let's do a different outfit,
Rock,
though.
yes. Get Kid Rock.
Can he wear maybe
He shows
black
on like
normals?
a Chinese,
Or a
like
charcoal?
like a over the top Chinese dragon, bedazzled.
Yes.
To argue about food delivery prices.
Yeah, his last one was American flag, and they're like, "Kid, can you wear something different?" Yeah, no problem. Shows up in a different flag.
or even more idiocracy. just like a giant Domino's tracksuit. You know,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
same
Yeah, yeah,
bedazzled
yeah.
thing, but it's
Money
just
suit.
Domino's or
Yeah.
pizza.
A money suit. He got dollar bills on the suit.
He probably owns
where
one
it's
of
only a
those.
matter of time.
Yeah.
He's gonna lobby for the banning of the Federal Reserve as he's in a giant bedazzled money suit.
Then he's going to get on a ship that mysteriously sinks.
NyQuil says, just charge me an extra $1 for the sandwich and eliminate this song and dance. Yeah, look, that boat has sailed.
Yeah.
Tipping culture's already here, so it is what it is. You
Well,
know?
what Nyquilus is not realizing, they already charge you an extra $1 for that sandwich, and you're going
Right.
to tip on top of it. So
Yeah.
This
I
is
do
a
like-
very MSJ seg, and I love it.
Daniel Basham,
Do you tip or
OTB
not tip?
Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what's with the delivery fees,
Dave
guys?
Ramsey would hate T-Bob.
Yes.
If he called in, he's like, Dave, like, I need advice. But, like,
Yeah.
the problem is, like, I buy coffee every morning and I tip. He's like, why don't you just use the app, T-Bob?
Yeah.
There is a great clip of
Who's it that loves Dave Ramsey? Is it Gordy?
Everybody.
everybody
here.
I know.
here.
is it-
Everybody guaranteed.
it
Gordy
is it?
loves
Yeah.
Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have a very good working relationship.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that Dave Ramsey is a smart guy. I think he still thinks that it's 10 to 15 years ago. That's also a thing that.
That's actually fair.
I think I
I
saw
couldn't pick Dave Ramsey out of a lineup, so I have no
Oh no, I couldn't either.
idea.
But
I
you
saw a
can
very
rest.
funny
That's his
Dave
thing.
Ramsey clip online the other day
Their social media team is pretty good.
where a guest was challenging him. I don't think they put this out there, but a guest was challenging him on how does he square his Christian beliefs with like owning all these different houses and all this property and everything. And he was like, "Oh, I'm managing it for God."
No way. That is very like mega church pastor
yes,
energy.
no, it's a
Yeah.
very Eli Gemstone.
Joel,
Yeah, man, I'm
what was that guy's name?
I'm
Joel
managing it for
Osteen?
God. Yeah, Joel
Yeah.
Osteen.
Oh, yeah. He's doing okay.
There's a hurricane. He was like, "Nah, guys, we don't have room for you here."
Yeah, that was bad.
This huge mega church.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
If we only had some room, you could fit a football field in here, bud.
Speaking of the Gemstones, I just finished season 3. That's a very good show. That's a
I'll
very
try it
good
again.
show. It's hilarious. It is pure Danny McBride, distilled down. Anyway, let's go to break, and then when we get back, let's take a look at this Oklahoma Sooner team. What should the Tigers be expecting this weekend? Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Hey guys, go to PelicanRoof.com. Pelican Roofing are your most trusted roofing experts in South Louisiana. They have over 500 5-star reviews now, guys. That does not happen by accident, and it's going up significantly every single day. And if you go to the website, PelicanRoof.com, you're going to start to get an idea of the many ways in which they separate. You can use the instant quote tool right there online. You can text them from the website. You can fill out a little form and get a free consultation right there on the website. Like, it's so easy, and they are at the ready to work for you. Dedicated employees every single step of the process. Go to PelicanRoof.com.
So you hear us talk about the reviews right there on the homepage, and you can see that. But if you want to get detailed reviews, those are also on their website. 5-star reviews all over the place. So go check those out. Get scheduled today. Baton Rouge and Lafayette. PelicanRoof.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but it's...
I'm still in love with you.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, OTB. R&B Thursday in full swing. So LSU hitting the road to take on the Oklahoma Sooners. Thursday series getting underway tonight. LSU at 27-3. Best record through 30 games since 2013, in which they were 28-2. Maybe more surprisingly, LSU's 7-2 SEC record, also the best since 2013. Well, I guess it's not more surprising after you read the first stat. But still, 7-2. Maybe to be fair, it's really not actually. But I guess the bigger takeaway rather than the overall record is that don't take lightly how good this start has been with the two sweeps, because you haven't had a start like this in conference in 12 years. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Should we get started with how big of a deal it is?
I think we should.
Don't tell me what to do. But yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor truly vets their employees. They build relationships with them. Okay? They don't just look at their job history. They get to know every potential employee during the in-person onboarding process and every morning over a cup of coffee. So, not just forwarding you resumes, but interviewing and dispatching in person every morning at 5 a.m. Tiger Labor and Staffing. So, how about this, man? LSU right now, number 1 in the SEC, number 3 in the nation with that team average of 337. Almost no one in the country right now hitting the ball as well or as consistently as your LSU Tigers.
Not close either. Georgia is second place in the SEC at 324. So that 337 certainly stands tall and alone. Now, there's some other teams that have more home runs than you, but that's not what it's all about. It's about getting on base, driving runs in, because your RBIs are they're up there. I think Georgia, I know, has more, and Tennessee might have one more, but you're doing what you need to do. You're getting on base, you're driving runs in. So don't allow Georgia having 84 home runs to your 50 to take away from you getting the job done. 84 is just a wild number.
So those are the two offensive powerhouses here. If we look, even though I don't want to talk about Georgia, LSU and Georgia at the top of nearly every offensive category. Georgia on top slugging. But right now, let's do a little statistical comparison for LSU to Oklahoma. LSU again leading the conference 337, Oklahoma 10th at 298. Slugging, LSU 4th in the conference, Oklahoma 11th. On base percentage, LSU 2nd, Oklahoma 11th. So as you can see, LSU has been significantly better at the plate this year. And Oklahoma's not bad, but it's not necessarily their greatest strength either. If you flip it over to the mound, LSU currently 5th in the SEC with a team ERA of 3.81. Oklahoma 9th in the SEC with a team ERA of 4.22. You look at opponent batting average, LSU is 5th, Oklahoma is 13th. So, and really this kind of rhythm plays out no matter what stat you're going to look at. LSU is going to rank somewhere in that top 4, top 5, and Oklahoma is going to be somewhere in that 8 to 12 range. So I guess this is all to say that on paper, you are the better team. Now you're hitting the road, and Oklahoma does have some very strong elements, maybe none stronger than Kyson Witherspoon. Currently 2nd in the SEC with 64 strikeouts. He's 3rd in ERA. He's got a 2.32 ERA. He's pitched a ton of innings. He's 4th there. So Kyson's been excellent. When you run into Kyson, they aren't pitching off or anything. Are we getting Kyson and Cade tonight?
I believe so.
So that's going to be
they haven't said otherwise.
That's going to be a premier matchup to watch there. But look, I think the bottom line is that just based on the numbers, you should get 2 of 3. I know it's very tough. You're on the road. And this is a top 10 Oklahoma team. I guess that's the other weird part, is that statistically they could rank there where they do in the SEC, but they're still ranked where, like anywhere 8 to 10 in all the major polls. So I don't want to make too light of them, but this LSU team is damn good. Damn good. And so I think they're better. And I think they should take 2 or 3 this weekend.
There is one thing that Oklahoma does better than anybody else in the conference, because you're right. Like, their batting average is under 300. Their slugging percentage is under 500. They only have 36 home runs on the year, but they have 74 stolen bases. 74. So to compare, LSU has 29.
Yeah.
The next closest in the conference is Kentucky, who we all know loves to move on the base pass at 61.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma is going to be on the move. If they get someone on base, in their mind, if they hit a single, it's already a double.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get to second base. So LSU has to really, really be good. Obviously, the pitchers got to keep them close to the bag, but you're catchers, right? And we've really only seen one on the weekends. You've played, 2 if you count the midweek, but you have to make sure you keep them at first base, because the last thing you want is for, here we go, we got a single, going to move them over, sacrifice fly. So they'll manufacture some runs.
Yeah, they've gone for 88 times.
Yeah.
Only been caught 14 out of the 88. For reference, LSU only has 40 steal attempts on the season. They've been thrown out 11 times. Not speed, maybe not LSU's greatest strength. So, I mean, is it up to Luis Hernandez? Cade's not some sort of defensive stalwart as it compares to Hernandez, right? Luis going to be the answer there?
I was about to see exactly what his numbers have been as far as how many guys that he's thrown out 3 of 13. Cade's thrown out 1 of 3.
Okay, well that is something to watch out for.
Yeah.
Keep them off the base, because otherwise
they're going to be on the move for sure.
Yeah, otherwise it seems like there's a good chance that they're going to move guys over and start to scratch them across a little bit.
It's definitely the thing that they do offensively the best.
It's interesting because LSU hasn't faced a lot of it this year as well. If you look at like stolen bases against or even attempted, there's only been 24 attempts against LSU this season. That's 12th in the conference, and like you said, 16 of them have gotten through. So they haven't seen this yet. That's definitely an element to highlight and be on the lookout for starting tonight.
Texas, Missouri, Mississippi State, they don't really get on the move. Mississippi State only 33, Texas 35. Missouri definitely the most of that group, but still only 45. And so those teams would be kind of in the middle of the pack. Certainly not 74 like Oklahoma. They will be tested more behind the dish than they have been certainly all season long.
Alondra, how you feeling about this weekend?
I feel good about it. I hate that aesthetically it's going to look not great because the Oklahoma field is disgusting. But I feel good about it because, like you said, our batting average is a lot better than Oklahoma's. But I will say that I watched some of like the Oklahoma-Bama series last weekend.
Yeah.
And Bama won the series, but in the second game, Oklahoma was down 4-0, and they came back and like exploded in like one inning and tied the game up. And I think they ended up winning that game. So they have it in them, but I feel really good about this LSU team in general. Now, the stolen bases do kind of worry me a little bit because I don't feel too strongly about any of our catchers.
Yeah, not from a defensive perspective.
Yeah, I don't love this. But
I'm trying to think.
I think having like a lefty on the mound might be
so. Cade Anderson only has one wild pitch on the year.
And LSU leads in wild pitches.
Ianton has 7.
Yeah.
So maybe not tonight. But like tomorrow, that's something certainly. Now, William Schmidt also has 7 if he has an appearance. Ianson and Schmidt are tied at 7. Connor Ware's got 5. So not maybe tonight, but certainly something that you've got to make sure. Because, again, Oklahoma's thinking we get a guy on, he's going to be on second. Pass ball, you're on third, you're no out. That run's probably going to score.
Yeah. And again, this is an Oklahoma team that's 5-4 in the SEC, 2 series wins, 1 series loss, but no sweeps on either docket. Right? They've only gone 2-1, 2-1, 1-3, or so 1-2. Top 10 in the country. Tay, how you feeling about this weekend?
I feel good overall. Like you mentioned, the hitting top to bottom in this lineup. Like I'm good with it. Like it's really weird to see like this lineup set, and I thought it was set going through before SEC play, like top to bottom 1 through 9.
Yeah.
Like I like everyone in this lineup. I think you got a chance to get to the Oklahoma pitchers. I mean, you talk about Kyson Witherspoon. He's been great, but I mean, outside of him, it's been hit or miss. Not unlike LSU. LSU's kind of been in the same boat, but I think because of the bats alone, I think the Tigers get it done.
LSU's great at getting into the pitch count and running off the starting pitcher. So
it's that's what Jay Johnson does.
Yeah.
Disciplined plate approach, quality at bats. Every pitch matters. You stack that over time, and it adds up, and you erode them down. So we'll see tonight. Very excited. Really helps. Somebody said this in the chat. Mitchell, you got to love a Thursday game pulling in the weekend early. That is one of the best parts about it. It really,
me too, yeah.
It makes it feel
Weekend's
like the
here.
weekend's here. And we have, it makes tomorrow's show so much more fun because we get to talk about an actual game, which makes the show fly by. And so, I can't wait. I'm going to go get me a bottle of whiskey and get ready to post up for tonight's game. What time is it? What time's first pitch?
6:30?
Yeah, 6:30, somewhere in there. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
It's somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
I mean, in that 30-minute window.
True.
It is a 6 o'clock first pitch.
There you go.
He wasn't wrong.
Somewhere in that window.
Somewhere in that window.
Even though.
A 30-minute window.
Hey, pull up a picture of Dale Mitchell Park.
Even though.
Also,
so
please,
disgusting.
If it had started at 7, he would have also claimed to be correct.
No, I said 6 to 6:30.
Oh, you said 6 to 6:30.
Yeah.
I apologize. Never mind. Never mind. I'll back off. All right. When we get back, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. All-Star Toyota BatonRouge.com. Go to All-Star Toyota today if you need a new vehicle, used vehicle, rent, whatever your family needs. You go test drive anything you want right there in the lot. You can also check out the website, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, see some of the great deals they got on. You can search the inventory by keyword, by make and model. by price. Whatever you need, All-Star's got to go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
When you go there, we tell you every single day because, well, spring break's coming up for a lot of us here. And so if you need a vehicle, you want to rent a vehicle, and even if it's for summer vacation, that's not that far away, right? You're 2 months, 8 weeks away from that. But if you want to plan ahead, go ahead and reserve that vehicle, something bigger. Maybe you're going down to the beach. Maybe you're going to Disney. You need some more space in the back. Well, they've got you covered. Go get that Sienna minivan. Check out the full-size, mid-size SUVs they've got available because everything's available to rent. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt?
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bomb.
You don't believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'd be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserve good fame. This for the diamonds, a head full of rain. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be.
Let me see that. Let me see that Oklahoma baseball stadium. What's the name of this?
L. Dale Mitchell.
L.
Like the letter
Mitchell.
L.
God, Taylor, you have never
Mitchell.
sounded more
L.
LP. I'm so proud of you right now.
Saying L. Dale's hard.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's hard.
L. Dale Mitchell.
L-Dale.
Well, no, I was
love it.
telling. So
No,
I
that's
was
a-
telling
that's a
T-Bob
term of
my
endearment.
last year
L.
of college. I actually took a speech class.
Yeah.
To kind of get rid of that.
Right,
But
yeah,
it-
Which, to be fair, you don't have. You really don't have.
No, you really
not
don't.
anymore,
You
no.
don't.
Much of an accent.
No. But anybody, it's hard to say L. Dale.
Yeah,
L.
L.
And not want to
Dale
lean into L. Dale Mitchell.
That's a garbage stadium, by the way,
It's
though, guys. If
disgusting.
you're listening on radio, it can only be described as like pseudo little league,
Yes.
like a big high school.
Yeah.
Like when I went to like West Monroe and watched one of their
Yeah,
playoff
yeah.
games
It
a couple
does look
years
like
ago, it was a bit like that. I mean, are there even seats in the outfield?
No.
No.
There's
there's
no
not even a
seats.
berm.
I don't see a berm.
There's no seats.
There's like a left field berm.
past first and third into the outfield.
Like
That's crazy.
It
I mean,
should be
there's, like,
illegal
a
to be
hill,
a top 10
but-
baseball team in the entire country and have. And the thing is, this is like a bubble, like fisheye, like wide angle lens,
So it looks
which
bigger.
is giving it a little more size than you would even probably feel if you were in that stadium.
Yeah. Top two worst fields in SEC baseball: Dish Falk, L. Dale Mitchell.
L. Dale
Mitchell.
That's how you
My
say it?
God.
L. Dale.
So,
God, so good.
hey guys, reminder about Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding,
Tommy.
GEAUXTommies.com, GEAUXTommies.com. You want Hardy Plank, Vinyl Siding, Wood or Vinyl Windows, any type of door, you're going to go to Tommy's where you get excellent energy efficient options that pay for themselves by saving you money on your bills over time. You get lifetime warranties, and you deal with a company that has won the Angie Super Service Award every single year that it's been in existence. Go to GoTommies.com, GEAUXTommies.com, and take advantage today. All right, so LSU recently got a commitment from five-star wide receiver Tristan Keys. Remember that? Very exciting stuff. Wide receiver U, et cetera, et cetera. Despite the commitment, Keys has taken SEC visits the past 2 weekends, Jake,
I'm
to
shocked.
Ole Miss and Texas A&M.
I'm shocked, I tell you.
Also, Jabari Mack has set 2 visits to Texas, despite being committed to the Tigers.
Wait, but I think he was on Matt's show talking about committing to LSU.
This is
man.
exactly what we talked about, though, guys. I do not want to completely dismiss or make light of all the hard work that has gone in to creating a class that right now ranks number 1 in the country for 2026. But I'm sorry if even now more than ever, because this has always been the case, right? You should approach individual commitments with a touch of cynicism and kind of expect the worst and hope for the best type situation. But nowadays, I would say it's even more so than ever, because all it takes is a bigger offer, right? A chain of events where one player ends up saying no to a school, they have more money available, they decide that this player that they've been pursuing is suddenly worth more to them, and then so they up the offer, and then it doesn't matter. They're going to that school. And again, I would say this in defense of, now I know a lot of y'all's response to this will be, but in defense of these kids, it would be fiscally irresponsible not to visit all these schools and hear them out and see what the full breadth of the package that they're offering is. Now, you would say, well, then why commit? And I don't know. I don't have a great answer there. I don't. But I also don't think it matters if we, as adults thinking about this stuff, just understand the game, understand how it's played, and so don't get too married to any of this stuff. So, yes, Tristan Keys and Jabari Mack taking visits to Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and Texas.
And they're probably going to take more visits. And then they're going to take more visits, and they're going to continue taking visits. Just what it is.
I wish I would have taken more visits because I actually got to keep the travel money.
I wish I would have taken better visits.
Where all did you go?
Texas Tech, Texas, Oklahoma.
Those are pretty cool.
LSU.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I should have gone to Miami, though.
Damn, son. Trying to Carson Beckett in South Beach?
But Coach Saban's like, yeah, if you go to Miami, you might not have a spot.
Different time.
Yeah. He's like,
Different
you might
time.
not have a spot when you get back.
Different time for sure. I don't think they're going to play that hard ball with Tristan Keys
No.
or Jabari Mack. Larry Coker.
Yeah.
Man.
The head coach.
Is that one of the most fraudulent national championship coaches of all time?
Poor guy, yeah.
I mean, because he
so.
took over a Ferrari, and like Carson Beck, he got that thing stolen pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He did not keep it rolling.
God, who's the
good
other
man
one?
though? I remember.
A very good man.
I
yeah.
had a Larry Coker FCA poster in my room. No idea why. But shout out Larry Coker.
A lot of people, a lot of people have a lot to say about Larry Coker, but the one thing you can't say, he was a very good man. Like meeting him and talking with him, like very, very good man.
Probably too good for Miami.
I was trying to say it without saying it, but yeah, you're probably right.
Like Cristobal is essentially a Puerto Rican Cocho, from what I've heard.
I can't hear Cristobal without thinking about Barry, but yes.
Is he Puerto Rican, right? Am I crazy? I'm almost positive Mario's Puerto Rican. Maybe Cuban. Sorry. Could be Cuban, Cocho. I'm not entirely sure. You fact check me there. Let's see. I want to know so I get it right. But I've heard that his vibes are very similar to O.
Yeah. I've heard the same. People that worked with him played for him at Oregon.
What do you have, Alondra? You pulled over the mic. Have you found anything in your research?
I'm trying to see.
He's born in Miami. So, I mean,
That's
he's not from
Cuban.
Yeah, it's probably Cuban then. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
It doesn't show that he's from.
Yeah, he's Cuban. His parents.
Cuban Cocho.
His parents, they like immigrated from Cuba.
I think I would love to get to spend a weekend with a like truly Cubano Miami family and just bask in the culture.
Yeah.
I would
Celia Cruz playing.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even know fully what to expect. I want to try, what is it, flan? I've never had flan before.
Yeah, well that's Is
that also Mexican?
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Yeah. It's just Hispanic, I guess. I don't know. My mom makes it.
I want to try
I don't love it.
Really? What is it?
I don't like the texture.
What is it exactly?
It's basically sugar that you melt down and then you put it in like a Jell-O kind of thing. Like, the...
Weird. No, it's not all what I was expecting.
And then you bake it and it comes out like flan. Like it's...
What is the Cuban liquor of choice?
I don't know.
Your drink of choice?
Cuban rum.
Is it rum? Okay, yeah, rum sounds right.
Rum feels right, yeah.
Anyway.
Flan
I don't know
seems
everything
like
about
it
all
would taste
Hispanics.
like pudding but have the consistency of Jell-O.
Yeah, I guess it is
that's
problematic of
actually
me.
true.
That's always what I've assumed.
I'm using you as the Hispanic correspondent as if just because of your Mexican heritage that you should know everything about any Spanish-speaking culture.
I mean, in your
Hunt Palmer
defense,
goes, mojito. No, but there's
yeah,
also,
hell yeah, the true
but there's
mojitos.
also a thing
That's what
called
Hemingway used to get in Cuba.
Yeah, there's also the thing called like a Cuba Libre, and those are really good. It's just I forget what liquor they put in it, but it's like Coke, lime, and
It
some
just
sort
kind
of
of
liquor.
sucks because I know pretty much for a fact that I'll die without ever doing that.
What, go to Cuba? You can go,
Yeah, or just like
it's
like
just rum and
experience
Coke.
Cuban culture.
but it has lime in it. It's
Whatever.
so good.
Anyway, all right.
Isn't Castro dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're good.
Yeah. I think you could travel to Cuba again, right?
I think so.
I don't know. Probably.
Once you try it out and let me know how it goes.
Is Hunt Palmer our resident Cuban expert?
Yes, Americans can
He
travel
says
to Cuba.
medianoche sandwich.
Okay,
Look
Hunt.
at you,
Hunt
Palmer. Big upset of
What?
the day. Hunt Palmer's actually our Cuban correspondent. Who would have guessed?
He said we honeymooned in Miami.
Wow. Still, Hunt.
Okay, Hunt.
Would have been,
You're not as white as I thought
it would
you
have
were.
been my last phone a friend. I'm going to be honest with you.
True.
Wow.
All right,
I
when we
called
get back,
Taylor before I called Hunt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
close out hour one of OTB. Taylor didn't know Castro's dead. So.
Off the bench.
CentralPlumbing.org. Chandler says, Hunt Palmer. Hunt Palmer. Go to CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552, 925-8552. Central Plumbing, 50 years of experience, guys. 24/7 emergency service, flat rate pricing, excellent warranty work once the work is done. Why would you go anywhere else? You shouldn't! You stupid! You freaking dumb! Use Central Plumbing, idiot. CentralPlumbing.org, 925-8552, CentralPlumbing.org.
They won't call you an idiot, but
No,
they'll make
that's
sure
me.
that your
That's me.
plumbing issues are fixed, and not just in Central, here in the greater Baton Rouge area, right? They cover it all. So Prairieville, Central, Baton Rouge, whatever. They've got you covered here in this area. 225-925-8552, and always online at centralplumbing.org.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. Whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Everybody put your hands together.
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I want to try some croquetas. If anybody knows where I can get some good ones in Baton Rouge, let me know. Ray Schuster says everybody in Cuba driving around 57 Chevys, like Honda Civics. That is one of the things I would love to see, even though I'm sure it's starting to change now that Cuba's open to the world again. But because they were stopped, just blockaded from being able to trade for so long, I've heard the technology culture, especially when it comes to cars, is fascinating down there, where basically it's all cars frozen in time from the 50s that then they have just had to learn how to continue to work on and find solutions for. And so you get this sort of a hodgepodge of really old cars and then just innovation and backyard mechanics. And it's led to some really cool car stuff. But again, I don't know if that's changing now that they're kind of open for business again. JV Senior 7th. I thought we were 9th. Where have you been? We're the 7th
Literally.
best mid-market local
we found
morning
that out
sports
when
talk
we
show in
were
the
at
entire
the
country now.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Very late.
Yeah.
Real late.
Oh, no. Daniel says, they went back to 9th after the Guitar Hero
Not
video.
true.
Crap!
Not true.
Although it
No,
wasn't,
Alondra plays the rejoin all the time. You don't hear big voice lady stumbling over 7th?
She
plays all the time.
7.
She can't believe it.
I think y'all, I think the video ended up landing the guitar. I feel like y'all were hating on the Guitar Hero videos first. Taylor was over there panicking, desperately trying to cut it off. And I feel like by the end, everybody was pretty hyped for our guy.
I just cut it after 30 seconds because I was like, people probably got the point.
No,
of all
I've just stopped
the
caring.
bits that we've done.
You didn't care? You did care.
I've stopped caring. You made me play the whole guitar solo
yes,
for Leonard
you stopped
Skinner.
caring. Yeah.
So I just I don't care anymore.
Yes, good. Yes.
Yeah, that was my point. Like,
broke you down.
I didn't know why Tay was sweating because it's like, look, we've done worse here.
Just is what it is.
True.
Yeah.
We've done worse.
You know who's going to seek to do best is LSU Gymnastics. Starting tonight, baby. That's right. For the first time in school history, Gymnastics, the #1 overall seed. And it gets underway 6 p.m. I'll have some dueling screens on because the girls are not going to want to watch baseball. I'll actually probably have gymnastics on the main TV, baseball on the lappy tonight. But, here's to hoping that the Tigers can find a way to defend that championship. I don't exactly know how this works, and I didn't look into it. They're the #1 overall seed, and yet they have to go to Pennsylvania to Penn State to compete. So I guess for whatever reason, I guess these host sites are predetermined. But either way, this is a team of straight killers. Okay, they are Michael Douglas in that movie that I still don't know the title of, and they freaking ready. Haley Bryant, Kaylin Gio, Leah Finnegan, Sierra Ballard, whole crew ready to take down another championship, and it begins today. Perfection is the bar, and nobody understands this better than your defending national champions. Let's freaking go, dude. Get it done, ladies. Get it done.
Going to be the hunted. A little bit different feel this year. You are the top dog. You are the champion.
Hour 2, Beth Serena coming up next.
Off the bench.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
The team will be at LSU's Touchdown Village on South Quad Drive from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to collect household hazardous materials for safe disposal. Please remember that no commercial waste will be accepted. For a full list of accepted materials, visit brla.gov/recycle. That's brla.gov/recycle. Don't forget your ID. Thank you for doing your part to keep our community clean and safe.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference. All in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net. WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Thursday, April 3rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 85 in hour 2 of today's show. LSU softball coach Beth Tarina hops on at 8 a.m. Then Jay Johnson at 8:30. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
They said I got to come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
My mic's on. We're live. Yeah, we're sorry.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. Your mic is definitely on.
Okay. What's going on, guys? It's a good thing it wasn't on a little earlier. Man.
That's why I warned you.
Yeah. Just kidding. I am just really struggling at the beginning of these hours today. I don't know what is going on. That was so unfunny as to be not even evident that I was trying to make a joke. Like, nothing about that even should have. I apologize.
Nothing's going to top earlier when you were like, this is LSU's best start. You're like, even more interesting, it's their best SEC start. You're like, wait, that actually makes sense if you think about the first part.
Yeah. Not a banner day for your boy. I'm basically the human equivalent of the traffic that was on I-10 this morning. No, coach? Oh, we got her?
She's on.
All right, cool. Of course. Why would I ever get anything right off the first rip today? Coach Torino, what's going on? How we doing this Thursday morning?
We're doing great. How are you?
If I'm just going to answer that honestly,
let's hear it.
Just it's a bit of a struggle bus morning, One of those mornings where you're playing catch up the entire time. Everything's all scattered all over the place. But, F
so
it.
like every day parenting and working a job?
Yeah, exactly. Right, but it is a scale. It is a scale. There are some days where you feel like, okay, I've got a pretty good handle on this thing. And then this is just one of those days where you realize you're just hurtling through the universe on a little rock trying to survive. What are you going to do, dude?
I think I have more of those days than the others, so I've like grown accustomed to it,
Well, I cannot imagine heading up a program like LSU softball while also having very young kids. It's hard enough doing this job, and this job does not compare at all to that job. So very impressive how you managed to live in both worlds, for sure.
Thanks.
Before we get into...
I'm lucky to have Nick Torino doing it.
Hell yeah.
So.
Hell yeah. Shout out Nick. Nick's the man. How about, before you get into softball, how was the Teal Walk and how was everything last weekend?
Did you hear it was in Tiger Stadium? How cool is that?
That's awesome. That is incredible.
It was cool.
I saw a Teal
Thanks
win
to
bar
LSU.
as well.
I know. Isn't
Which
that
was
cool
cool.
too? But thanks to LSU for helping us out in the weather and
I know.
understanding the importance of the day. That was awesome. It was awesome. And Tiger Stadium was a nice change of venue, you know?
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
No, it's a very great cause. And remember, guys, you can get involved year-round in the fight against ovarian cancer, raising awareness, GEAUXTeal.com. As far as the weekend, Coach, it's a bit of a weird weekend. It does seem like weather played a big part. I mean, just locked in, dominant on Friday. Then Saturday, awful weather, pushes everything back to Sunday. And I know after the game, you talked about it just felt like a bit of a weird day. Like you just felt like your team didn't have it Sunday.
Yeah, you guys would like the media asked me, aren't you glad that you did this now? And, your team's able to learn from this. And all I could get out was, no, losing sucks.
Yeah, no, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
It was really, I think, just chalk it up to a bad day. That happens throughout the course of a, 56-game season. Unfortunately, we had 2 SEC games on this bad day. I think a lot of factors played into it, a lot. I think the way we beat them on Friday night, I think our team probably had high expectations. And when it didn't go as planned, it's, it was tough to bounce back from it.
Yep.
And then we started pressing. And I think there's probably a lot of factors. This team is still young and new and learning, and we were unfortunately on the wrong end of that one on Sunday.
Yeah, that's actually where I was going to start was, having a younger team and having maybe some players that haven't really been through something like that and, dropping a couple of tough games, certainly the first game, and you come back and you score in the bottom of the 7th and then you lose it in 8 innings, but still like going through that and things and lessons that you can learn from that. And again, team bounces back nicely 12-2 in the midweek there. But like, were some of the older players maybe having those conversations like, hey, like you just said, Coach, there's a bad day. Bad days happen. Ours just happen on a day where we have multiple games. We got to, find a way to get back on track because nobody in the SEC is going to feel sorry for you.
That's for sure. That's for sure. I think you said it really well. I think, some of the older players are trying to help them. I mean, we really haven't been in a lot of tight ball games. Like, I think that was our first extra inning game all year. This team has just been really dominant. So I think there is some, although I told the reporter that losing sucks, I do think there is some not value in the losing, but value in being in those games and, like, understanding, like, when you start to press, how to still stick with your process, how to still uphold our standards, go with the plan. Like, there's, a mental side to that, too, that maybe they haven't been tested enough in, that they're going to be tested here in the next few weeks, without a doubt.
Well, and so with all that in mind, and yeah, look, there can be coexisting truths, right? Like losing can suck, but you also just can't be like, oh, well, I guess there's nothing to be learned here. Like, no, like you have to take advantage, or you have to try to make the best of a sucky situation. And I feel like your team did that, kind of resetting in the midweek, coming out, taking care of business against McNeese. I know the score reflects that, but like in terms of the vibe of the team, did you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, a little slow start there again, too, at McNeese. But I think once they got going, able to, find their confidence again. And then a really strong practice yesterday, I thought. And it was up here, hitting balls with my kid. And there were players in this facility until I don't know what time last night, just on their own, working, hitting, trying to get back. And they're committed to the success of this program without a doubt.
So winners Tuesday 12-2, and now you got Alabama coming to town, Tiger Park, another top 25 matchup because it is the SEC and everyone is a top 25 matchup. What does the scouting report say about the Crimson Tide? Traditionally one of the top programs in the entire country year in and year out.
They are, and they continue to be. They're always just well prepared and well coached, as every team in the league is. All these coaches are incredibly talented, and they're having a year where they're capable of beating anyone. They've played well. They haven't played well. They've been a little bit of an up and down type team, but they just won a series against Georgia last weekend, so they've definitely played well lately. As always, we'll have our hands full for them.
And, Coach, I know you, and I know you always want to win, and this is going to be the most important thing, and you don't really want to look into the future, but knowing that this one's played at Tiger Park, and then the next 2 SEC series are in the state of Texas against A&M and Texas. So not looking forward to the opponent, but just being on the road, does that make this series feel even more important that it is going to be your last one at home for what's going to feel like a month?
Yeah, I think especially as a coaching staff, we understand the importance of this one. It doesn't get any easier from here on out. Going to face number 5, number 1, number 2 in the next 3 weeks after this. I think we have 3 top 5 opponents after this one, and this is still a top 25, top 15 team this weekend. So I think just knowing that we are at home and it doesn't get any easier, I think there's an incredible amount of importance in this weekend. And then next week you're going to ask me this question, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is the most important series we played all year. And then, but it is a big one for sure. And I'm tenured enough here at LSU now that I understand that to be a successful LSU coach, you have to beat Alabama. That's it. That's what you have to do.
Exactly. Yes. Well, and look, lest people forget, this is an LSU team currently second in the SEC with a 381 team batting average, second in the SEC with a 1.99 team ERA. And what I love about that is both of those stats are kind of reflected in a couple of your upperclassmen leaders in Danica Coffey and Sydney Berzon. What has their leadership meant, and what will it continue to mean down the stretch here as the stakes increase every single week?
Yeah, the two of them are so different. It's cool to see those two as the leaders. I think Sydney is just calculated and well thought out and analytical, and then Danica is a little more spontaneous and in your face. And I think the two of them combine to be a really nice leadership package for this group. It's fun to see them do it.
Well, Coach, it's going to be a fantastic weekend at Tiger Park, guys. Get out there to the berm, have some fun. Thank you so much for making time with us here on this Thursday, and you have a fantastic day. Go kick some ass.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Coach Beth Torina. Again, guys, go teal.com if you want to give at any time to a great cause. And shout out to Coach Serena and this softball team looking to bounce back. And this Alabama team, generally, what, Jake, you know better than I do, but I mean, generally Alabama's like 1-2 national champion good, 27-13 this year. So as Coach said, a bit of an up and down year, but as you learned on Sunday, the second you start thinking or getting comfortable in this league, you can get immediately sniped.
Yeah, no question about it. They're typically a top 10 softball team, and still, even, with their air quotes struggling, they're still 16th in the RPI in the nation, right? So, yes, they're 25-13. They've played a very difficult schedule. They have struggled on the road, certainly compared to what they've been at home. So that's why we talk about taking full advantage of it, because it doesn't get easier. You've got Florida coming up, number 1 team in the RPI. You've got Texas coming up, number 5 team in the RPI, right? So you understand what is going to be in front of you on the road against Texas A&M. You get Florida at home, which is obviously a benefit for you, but it is going to be tough down the stretch. Now, you're sitting at number 4 in the RPI, so you're in a great position. You're in a prime position to be a host there, but you're 24-2 at home, and so you have to take advantage of this Alabama team. Are they good? Yes. Did they just beat Georgia in a series? Yes. But you are the better softball team. Bare minimum, it just is what it is. You got to at least win 2 games.
That's interesting. I didn't even realize. So those are their first home losses of the year last weekend.
Yeah.
So you've been perfect all year long, and then unfortunately, like you said, on a day where maybe you just don't have it, you end up with a doubleheader. That's tough. But again, why?
Because before then, they lost to Cal State out in Cali, and then they lost to Georgia at Georgia.
Yeah. Why do we fall down, Bruce?
To get back up?
Isn't that it? Is that what he says?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't really remember. Why do we fall down, Bruce? To suffer emotional trauma that's going to break our psyche and cause us to battle petty criminals and break their arms and legs, but refuse to kill them for some reason, even though they're killing others? That's why we fall down, Bruce. That's why. Oh, and if you find a little circus boy whose parents have also died, go ahead and have him live in your home with you, train him to fight criminals as well, and consistently put him in situations where people are shooting at him. That's why we fall down. Bruce. Coming up next, more OTB.
Off the bench.
All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com is there for you. Airline and Goodwood, very conveniently located. Incredible selection, better people. Because that's the point. That's how All-Star separates. Whether you're talking about the service center, the sales team, whatever, All-Star Toyota is, well, All-Star at every single step of the process. So go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. You can search the inventory. You can take advantage of the new great tire deals. You can go ahead and look at all of the deals in the 24s. I got to get a lot that we got in there. Or you can search by keyword, make and model, budget. And remember, if you go into the body shop or the service center, it's open to all makes and models, and you mention OTB, you get $250 towards your deductible. Go to OTB. What? Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
And say OTB.
Yeah, say OTB.
All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com is the website. Buying new, leasing, renting, everything is available. Go to the website today to check it all out. Again, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
There's always that one person that will always have your heart. You never see it coming 'cause you're blinded from the start. Know that you're that one for me. It's clear for everyone to see. Ooh, baby.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Oh, to be Paul Skeens and Livy Dunn. Just so young, so beautiful, so successful. See Skeens last night. What did he end up with? 7 innings, no earned runs.
6
Ks,
Yep.
no walks, just perfect.
He's ridiculous.
1-0 now because the Pirates actually didn't blow it right.
No, they won.
Yeah,
they won.
That's what I'm saying. They're
I
so
saw
young
this
and
crazy
beautiful, it
stuff.
makes me feel increasingly old. Like, it makes my knees hurt looking at their GQ pictures. They have like a prince and princess monarchical sort of feel to them. And you know what I was thinking about, Jake, looking at the pictures? You know it's a bad feeling? And I don't think you would feel this way, but I'm being honest. I think I would. But a bad feeling is when you would interact with someone who's like a dozen years younger than you and you would feel like you're intimidated. Like if I was hanging out with Paul Skeens or talking to Paul Skeens and Livy Dunn, I would feel a little starstruck. I would feel intimidated. I would feel less than, and that is a bad feeling.
Paul Skeens is the first pitcher to post a sub-2 ERA with 175 plus strikeouts over their first 25 MLB appearances.
Good God.
I know. I saw that stat last night. I was like, that's insane. That's unreal.
I continue to
play for the Pirates and have a sub-2 ERA is crazy.
Yeah, true. I continue to just be amazed at his delivery. So something that my algorithm's been feeding me, and it's a great way to enjoy baseball. Baseball's very, I think, shorts friendly.
Pitching
Because there's
Ninja?
yeah, Pitching Ninja's great, but there's like
John Boy.
baseball doesn't exist. There's John Boy. There's just like a million things that highlight the absurdity of baseball in some cases, like craziest deliveries, crazy stances, like wildest moments, and it all plays very well. But I'll be damned if I'm not head over heels in love with Skeens' delivery. It is so freaking smooth. And how it builds up. It's like Indiana Jones' whip, just so smooth, and it builds up to the crack when he releases. And it's just a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty.
Well, last night, I mean, you mentioned his stats there. 7 innings pitched, doesn't give up an earned run, strikes out 6. And it's like, okay. Because of how good he's been, like that's a great stat line.
Yeah.
And like any starter, that's obviously a quality start.
Especially nowadays. 7 innings is a long time for a
Yeah,
starting pitcher
and they would
nowadays.
be thrilled with that. But he's been so dominant. It's like, oh, okay, he had an okay night. All right.
I feel like, too,
Only
because
2
his delivery is so smooth and whippy and loose, I feel like it's not that bad. I'm talking out of my ass. But I feel like it doesn't seem like it's putting like undue stress on his body as much as you can manage throwing a baseball that hard that many times.
I think he's just so strong that it just doesn't bother him.
Yeah.
You mean not all pitchers are created equal, T-Bob, and pitch count shouldn't be as strict? I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't.
It's weird.
I love that you have passion for every sports conversation that has ever existed.
I don't like how like pitch counts are so blanketed across the board. Everybody's different.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like,
you're not wrong.
If I
Nolan
throw it,
Ryan used to throw like a million pitches
exactly.
per game.
Like okay,
But he is an outlier. But to y'all's point, you're going to have outliers.
But like,
I guess the question is,
But
do you
still.
risk that your guy's an outlier?
we always talk about Skeens and like, oh, he's got the strong lower body. Yeah, he uses his whole body. It's not taxing on his arm as much. Like if I'm out there throwing all arm, even if I'm equally as talented as Skeens, I'm throwing all arm, I'm going about half the distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's a lot more taxing on me. Like pitch counts are not the same. But everybody just treats them like they're like, he's thrown 90 pitches. You got to get him out of the game. No, you don't.
Well, we put pitch counts into play, and now everybody's getting Tommy John surgery. So
Yeah.
Is that just because everybody's throwing way harder though?
maybe.
I think it's because you're giving them pitch counts too young and they don't have the stamina to go the distance. Like think
You're
about
not
training.
building up
Building
the
strength.
calluses.
Yeah, like, okay,
Yes.
think about training for something. Like if I'm training for a marathon, but I stop at 3 miles every time,
You're never gonna
I
get
go to
past
run
3 miles.
6, I'm out. I
But-
can't do
but-
it. You
but
got to build up to
Is
it.
that? But in the same token, is it also bad to just wear out a kid's arm? Like just get after it and have him throw like 200 pitches?
I do think that the amount of games that kids play nowadays is ridiculous.
That's part of the problem too.
But
Yeah.
if you're playing 5 games in one day, yeah, you're gonna have issues. I think it's more of like how many games these kids are playing on their travel ball teams.
I mean, Jake, you're getting to that age where
Yeah.
they're gonna start to be kids are gonna start to be throwing if they're not already. I mean,
Yeah,
what do you
Hudson
think?
plays, kid pitch for sure. It is a lot. It is a ton.
Yeah.
You can play. Now this person's not pitching the entire time, but you can play 6 games in a weekend easy.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you make it to the championship, so you got your pool play on Saturday, you've got your tournament, bracket on Sunday. Yeah, you can play 6 games. It's like, how much is that kid pitching? But not just pitching. It's also like, how much are you warming up? Like, what are you doing in your bullpen? And
that is one thing about Paul.
The pitcher's probably playing at that level. Shortstop, too. How many putouts does he have at shortstop where he's throwing it full bore across the diamond? So, I mean, no, it's a lot.
That is the other thing about Paul, though, like to your point, is he has a crazy good warm-up, and he's very cognizant of stuff like that, and he really takes care of himself. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yes, he is an obsessive worker. That's probably something that I think gets lost maybe a bit is, yes, he has a great natural body, great natural talent, but hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Exactly. Paul's that rare uber talented guy who also outworks everyone. Actually, Trey Morgan, they had a great on the broadcast, on the Rays Pirates broadcast, they had a great breakdown of that. I think from the Rays side, because Trey being one of their top prospects right now.
Yeah.
Where Trey Morgan was talking about how nobody works harder than Paul Skeens does.
I believe it.
They were working out together in Baton Rouge this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, he's got his own routine as well. And, everybody thinks, well, this person said this is the right routine. And that person, well, no, you can't do that when you warm up. It's like, no, it's about how do you get yourself ready? What helps you get ready? Like, my routine was going to be different than T-Bob's. T-Bob's going to be different than Will Blackwell. Like whatever it is. Like, we all were going to have a different routine. I say it all the time. Phillip Rivers would come out. He'd give 2 arm circles, get a football thrown to him, throw it, and say, all right, let's go. And that was him. He was ready to go. Peyton,
that's crazy.
35 minutes of stretching. Yeah. You're ready to go. Heck, I've played over
Dynamic
40
workouts.
or over 30 co-ed soccer with Gordy Rush, where he's taken 45 minutes to get warmed up to run for 10 minutes on the soccer pitch.
That's smart. If you're going to do ancient athletes, you better have your ass warming up.
And Gordy can run. Gordy's fast.
Because we got to minimize injury risk here. And if you're going to try to...
I don't know. You can go to an Oshner facility at Elite Training Academy if you get hurt doing ancient athletes. So
yeah.
I don't think that... well, I mean, I don't know. Look, shout out. I was there yesterday. I had a great...
I was too.
It's been the end of a long process. Got my MRI, all that other sort of stuff. Yesterday, I got my physical therapy plan, and I'm really excited. I think I'm finally going to get back to at least mitigating the damage of having a shoulder that's just completely wrecked.
It's just dust.
Yeah. Yeah, just bone on bone grinding. And I love grinding.
I know you do.
We know.
Docking and grinding.
Docking and grinding.
Well, I don't love docking. I describe grinding as docking, but if we're talking about just docking, that is something else that's different.
Okay.
Do you know what docking is?
Well, I'm saying you say it
I don't
often.
think I know
I'm
going to
explain it to you in the commercial break.
Just do it now.
Should I Google it?
No. Not on work Wi-Fi. No, absolutely not. All right, when we get back, let's talk to Coach Jay Johnson here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to coolprohvac.com, guys. Cool Pro HVAC. Your local HVAC experts that are there for you. These are not like the other HVAC companies here, which have been bought up by private equity. You're just a number on a spreadsheet. At Cool Pro, you matter. They're your neighbors. Okay? And, well, look, have them out of your home. Have them look at your system. Give you a little checkup. Make sure you're good to go. And then you're going to enjoy the experience so much. You're going to get an idea of what I'm always talking about. You know what? Actually, I'm going to explore this Pro plan where for $99 a year, I get 24/7 monitoring, priority scheduling, 1-hour service windows. What that means is that, well, first, it's very it's good for staying on top of things and make sure that you avoid the catastrophic issues, right? But also, if it does come to that, we have great financing options available. Go to coolprohvac.com.
Hey, go to the website today. 1-hour windows. Going to know exactly where your tech is. Not going to be waiting all day long. coolprohvac.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Back at it, where sports talk meets pure chaos. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Happening, y'all. Welcome back. And we are so lucky it is game day in Norman. And yet here we are, joined by the man himself, LSU baseball head coach, Coach Jay Johnson. Coach, what's going on, man? How you doing today?
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing well. Have you caught up on sleep? I was flabbergasted over the weekend, Coach, where Saturday night, flu's been just running through my family. Absolutely awful. So I'm up all night with the kids. Everybody's coughing, throwing up, crying, whatever. And so about 3 a.m., I'm dealing with that. I'm like, oh, I need to check the score of the game. And I think it was a post from like 30 minutes before that the game had just ended. Is that the latest game you've ever played in?
I think so. Yes, and I got to be honest, I don't know how many wins after midnight I had before coming to LSU. And so we had a SEC tournament one the first year, a super regional one the second year, and then two this weekend. So maybe we just start all our games at 9:30 p.m. from now on.
Coach, I have to ask you, I mean, when you take this job, you have been at places where, like, it literally never rained. It just didn't happen. I lived in some of those places with you. I know it didn't rain. And now you're coming to a place where, like, every day, you're probably going to get, like, a slight shower. Like, have you even gotten used to that yet?
Yeah, I think we've been good at picking the windows. You know, sometimes they just happen at 2 a.m., you know.
That's right.
So ironically, it's raining here right now.
Okay, great. Right. Awesome. Great. So series beginning tonight, 6 p.m., LSU-Oklahoma. But like we always kind of do, before we look forward, let's look back to last weekend, Coach. And I felt like this was just a massive character building series for this team, right? To have the game one, they try to pitch off, and then you kind of end up in the worst case scenario, right? Where all of a sudden you're in a hole and they're pitching off, and you can already in game one feel the pressure of the series building up. Your team finds a way to come back and win. Then Ianson steps up game two, goes toe to toe with the ace. What did you learn about your team in that sweep last weekend?
Yeah, I think we just try to take a lot of pride in winning any type of game that we can. And as you mentioned in the first one, it was of comeback nature. Second one, pitcher's duel. Third one, I guess we'll call it a slugfest.
Yeah.
So it kind of fit that model, relative to all the other stuff, like who's pitching where and what. Like, I honestly think our guys are just kind of immune to that because it's about execution. And I think that's a good thing. And that's why I bring that up. And they just kind of kept playing. And we got ourselves in position on Thursday and Friday to get our best pitchers in the game with the lead, and that's where you like to be. And we were able to do that, and super impressive performance by the offense in game three.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. And Coach, in game one, to go back there, the bottom of the fifth inning, I mean, you've got a true freshman that gets that thing started by, having a good at-bat and drawing a walk. And then you've got Bear Jones, who doesn't chase, and he gets a walk. And then Dickinson obviously hits the home run, but it was the walks. It was being patient at the plate that led to the home run. And then, of course, Milam homers to take the lead. But just to have that at the top of your lineup from a true freshman, then your power hitter, also a great at-bat, doesn't try to press too much. I know more than anything, you have to appreciate the way that those runs came in the fifth inning.
No doubt. And, we've been an excellent first inning team this year. And you don't have to look past the personnel, as why is that's happening. Derek is running a great at bat. It's either a walk or it's an 8, 9, 10 pitch at bat. And then the pitcher's looking up and go, okay, great. Now Jarrett Jones is coming up.
Yeah.
And then, he can hit it to the moon and he takes good at bats. And then, Danny's he's going to take a good at bat no matter what, whether it's 2 outs, nobody on, or there's guys on base, and he's a really balanced attack guy. So those guys have done a great job. And then the guys right behind them just do a really good job of slowing the game down with runners on base, and it's been a good recipe for us so far.
Well, I mean, I know, Coach, that everything when it comes to you and your expertise, it's just all about quality at bats, every single pitch, making them work, staying in the moment, and top to bottom. I don't think I've seen a team with you at LSU that's done this so consistently. I mean, number 3 in the country right now in batting average, number 3 in the country in on base percentage. And kind of shockingly, one of the guys leading the way is a freshman. And Curiel, I know he was very highly regarded coming out, but has this level of success even taken you by surprise a bit?
Maybe a little bit, just because, the jump to what we're doing is pretty significant. I will say that, in recruiting Derek, like, he's one of the most skilled young players I've ever seen that's actually ended up in college. Like, a lot of guys go straight to the pros. I think just his awareness of things, who he is as a player, what he needs to do to impact the game and winning, is very advanced. And so he can come into an environment like this and just be himself. And he's got a great knack for, making adjustments quickly. And I think that's why you see the consistency.
He absolutely does. It's been a lot of fun to watch. But, Coach, I feel like we don't talk enough about another freshman for being a freshman in the situations that you've put him in, and he's thrived, and that's Kason Evans.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people, like, maybe if you're not dialed in, you would be like, oh, well, he's been here for a while. He came from somewhere else. Like, no, this is a freshman. And between him and
he certainly acts and pitches like that.
Yeah.
And we're certainly sorry, housekeeping is butting in on me kind of early here. He pitches like that. Very similarly to Derek. Just he knows who he is. He's got a ton of talent, the competitive character, the pitchability, and not surprised at all. Like, I mean, it was one of those. I mentioned this probably with you guys before. Like when Paul Skeens committed, you knew it was important. Now this is as a kid, as a junior in high school, but had a similar type of feeling. Like, I actually, kind of a funny story, called me on a Thursday and said, hey, I want to come out for a second visit. And I was like, holy cow, maybe he's going to pull the trigger on this
Yeah.
and commit while he's there. And I was actually supposed to go to California for one of my friend's wedding, fly out on Friday to be there Saturday. So I just called him up and said, hey, man, we're not coming. I got this dude. I got to get closed out. And just whatever the most expensive thing on your registry is, tell your wife we'll buy that. You're going to have to call it even.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I love the commitment, certainly. But, I mean, coaching these Friday, Saturday games, and it's Case and Evans and Zach Cowan, they're out of the bullpen. I mean, what a luxury to have your starters get the ball to them, obviously, with an opportunity to win. But, I mean, to have these guys close the door on the game, I mean, can you remember having something like that, having multiple guys that have been so good in that role in your career?
No. I mean, your better teams, you usually have two relievers you can go to, though, over the course of a 3-game weekend. And especially in the SEC, you're going to get a game where you have to go to one of those guys. It's probably going to take them out of availability for the other two.
Right.
And just with the offenses. So it's a huge factor to be able to do that. Coach Yeski and I were talking earlier, you usually have a good team when you see a team with guys with multiple saves, and that's what we have here. And they obviously have wins too. And it's allowing, what I like about it is it's allowing some of the rest of those guys to come on at their own pace. And again, everybody's kind of got to remember, even sitting here at 27-3, you forget, like Cade Anderson is the only pitcher that's pitched this year that threw one SEC inning last year at LSU. So I like what those guys are doing so far.
I was not aware of that. Or at least I hadn't, maybe I was aware, but I'd never quite framed it up like that. That is wild. Talking to Coach Jay Johnson, LSU head baseball coach. So earlier, Coach, we're doing our little Oklahoma scouting report. We're looking at where they rank statistically and everything. And there's one thing Jake pointed out that just absolutely jumps off the page. And obviously it's the stolen bases, right? This team wants to run. And y'all have not faced a lot of that this year through 3 SEC series. How do you prepare for an element of the game like that is just going to be, well, they're going to try to do it at a level that you just haven't seen yet this season?
Yeah, the first thing is you get the leadoff man out. That's everything. It's like in your guys' terms, they're in 2nd and 9 and 3rd and 8 all the time, and that's how you do that first. But when guys get on base, which they will, it's a good offensive team, and Coach Yeski is really good at, calling picks, getting pitchers to hold the ball, be quick to the plate. We're pretty efficient in that regard. And, the thing with stolen bases is if you can limit the attempts, and you do that by getting the leadoff guy out and then just being good with those types of things, which that's a strength of our staff, I would say. And we're going to have to be good at it this weekend because you don't want to give them free bases because they do have a good pitching staff also. And, you never know the weather with these things and playing on the road. So we anticipate playing in close games, so we're going to have to do a good job of that.
Coach, you're taking your team to a new ballpark there in Norman, Oklahoma. And Coach Saban used to always take us, if we went somewhere, he would take us to the stadium as soon as we got to town. And I remember, hey, Coach, this is 53 and 3 yards wide. It's 100 yards long. He's like, yeah, but I want you to see this stadium. So when we get in here, it's not a surprise. You can see kind of how the seats are and what the end zones look like, all of that. But baseball is different because every stadium is going to be a little bit different. Is that something you do in baseball? Do you say, hey, here's how this is going to play. This wall's here. This foul line's here. Do you go over that when you go somewhere new?
Oh yeah, for sure. And we have a pretty good, it's Wednesday this week, but Thursday practice script while we're on the road to cover some things to make sure we're as familiar as we possibly can be. Again, another turf field this week. This is much different than Texas's turf, though. It's really fast. And so the infielders, you really have to play low, and you can't get caught, being surprised on a ball getting on you. It's almost not concrete's the wrong word, but it's going to play fast. There's not a lot of foul. There's not a lot of foul territory. It's not a huge stadium. The wind, is going to play a factor. But yeah, we really try to hammer that down, and it's kind of like obviously we're not comparing this to any kind of war or anything like that, but it's like you want to lay your battle plan, wreck the area, and then get on the plane and move on. So
turf field. This is the SEC. What are we doing? Anyway, Alondra, Coach, if you'll indulge us Alondra has a bit of a fun question for you here on the way out.
Hey,
All
Coach. Okay, well, first of all, as somebody who does like the production for the baseball games, I'm begging you to not play at 9:30 anymore because it's pretty brutal.
Noted.
But my question is, okay, so we're doing this for our website. Masters coming up next week. What would be your Masters meal if you could plan one?
Oh.
Scotty Scheffler, to give you a little idea, he's got wood-fired cowboy ribeye, family-style macaroni and cheese, and chipotle lime roasted sweet potatoes.
That sounds pretty
Just
good.
to give you a little idea, what would be your Masters meal?
I'm going with Scotty, I guess. Like, I mean, steak, loaded baked potato, vanilla ice cream with chocolate syrup to finish it off.
Hell
Can't go wrong with that.
There we
Hell
go.
yeah, that's
There we
America
go.
right
That's
there,
right.
guys. Coach Jay Johnson, LSU head baseball coach. Thank you so much, man, and best of luck tonight. Can't wait.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Appreciate
yes,
it, Coach.
sir. Coach Jay Johnson. What a legend. What a legend.
You know, I've never.
The man is so sincere in
He
his
is.
answers
I
and his
know.
time that he gives.
This
It's awesome.
man missed his friend's wedding for recruiting, which I love. Love that. And you should be excited that he's your head baseball coach.
Well, and he did it for a guy that now has a
that's-
sub-1
exactly.
ERA and
That's a-
5 saves on the year.
That's a
So
dude.
worth.
I should have known that he certainly covers because Coach Saban used to always bring us into it. And I remember the Swamp. He's like, hey, look, the stadium, see how those seats go straight up. Hey, here's where the students are going to be. It's going to be loud. They're going to get on your nerves. They're going to say things about your mom, right? Like all that. And I was like, Coach, it's like the same football field. Now, being older, like I absolutely realize why he did it. But baseball is different because, like you said, that turf is going to play different than Texas turf. And it's going to be a little bit faster. It's not going to be as thick. It doesn't have as thick of a pad. Every turf is a little bit different. And by the way, turf is bush league in baseball. What are we doing?
dude?
I mean, certainly in places where you can grow grass and
Y'all got money, right? Come on now, Texas, Oklahoma. You always talking about all that oil money. Make it happen.
But of course, he's got it all covered. Like,
Well, that was one of the interesting quirks of the Jaden Daniels VR storyline that I found to be a bit intriguing is that he talked about one of the advantages of it was they would have the opponent's stadium in the virtual reality. They weren't just on some sort of like
Right.
empty practice field. So he
Right.
could see, okay, here's where the play clock is. So here's where this is. So like he already knew the layout, where to look for his landmarks when he would enter, which is pretty cool. Shout out Coach Jay Johnson. All right, when we get back, let's go ahead and wrap up hour 2 of OTB.
Off the bench.
Uh-oh, we just scored a touchdown, and guess what? I'm going for Dos with Dos Equis, where he feels like you score a touchdown every time you drink one of those delicious Dos Equis beers, man. Now, let's be clear. It's not just football season. In fact, it's baseball season right now. Spring is in the air. Spring is sprung, and you want Dos Equis, the perfect pairing with the diamond. And I'm going to give you a little pro tip here for your cerveza. Why don't you get you a lime? Okay, cut that thing open. Want you to lube up that neck a little bit and pour some salt on it, maybe a little tahini. Dress that baby up, drop that lime inside, and you profit. Dos Equis, the best.
and it's the best in any situation. Like D-Bob said, if you're popping one open tonight to watch a little baseball,
hell yeah.
Over the weekend, if you want to watch some hoops, I mean, you have got it all. Softball right in front of you. There's no better one to sit out on the back porch and watch a little sports than Dos Equis.
Go for Dos!
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground.
Welcome back to Off the Bench, where the takes are hot and the sports talk is questionable.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back, man. Sacramento State applying to become an FBS independent. Now, we've actually talked Sac State on this program before, because the only reason why they're relevant is they have seen opportunity in the NIL age, and they have extreme amounts of money. I got to dig it through my notes because it was a couple months ago last time we mentioned them. I can't remember why they have so much money, Jake, but they do. But they do, and they've got a ton of people committed to it, and they want to start running with the big dogs. And so their path to doing so, they believe, is to go independent, schedule up, and then eventually play somebody tough. Or excuse me, eventually like get invited to a conference, right? After you kind of go and prove yourself. They're going to play in the Big Sky for 2025. Is that still the FCS?
Mm-hmm.
What's crazy about this is, though, the investment comes it's a little bit of cart before the horse situation. I mean, they were 3-9 last year, 1-7 in the Big Sky, tied for last. Yeah, they're saying, F it, we're going to spin and we're going to win eventually.
Well, they're good when Troy Taylor was there.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, hire him again. He needs a job.
Yeah, he does. But their athletic department has a surplus, and I don't remember what it was either. I guess they've got some really good alumni. You know who their basketball coach is? They just hired him?
No.
Mike Bibby.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He was on with Rome the other day.
Was he?
Talking about the new hire. Yeah, so it looks like Sac State has raised over $35 million, closing in on $50 million in their NIL group, the Sac 12. I guess they were trying to grow in Pac-12 for a while. Taylor, you put this in here, so what's so interesting about it to you?
No, I just like when a team tries to jump up in competition. I mean, we've seen it a lot recently, right? I mean, there's a lot of teams that have done it and have had a little bit of success. I mean, App State was dominant at the lower level. They jumped up, and I mean, they're still a really good program. I'll be interested to see what Sacramento State does. They've been a good basketball program for quite a while now. I mean, they've had some runs, on that level. It'll be interesting to see.
JMU's done it. Coastal Carolina's done it. There's been a lot.
They've been really good.
A lot of it's been on the East Coast. There hasn't been a ton out west, and so this will kind of be. I can't even think. I mean, of one out west that's done it in the last 20-something years.
No,
like kind of that Carolina area certainly has had a bunch.
Yeah,
but,
like Liberty did it. I mean, I mentioned App State. Like, I don't think anybody out west.
Yeah, all those right there on that coast for sure. But I know Eastern Washington's had some runs, and they've kind of toyed with maybe going to the FBS level. But you can't have red turf and be in the FBS. We've already got Boise and Coastal.
Go to Boudreaux's Electrical, though I am a fan of Teal Nation. I'm also a fan of Boudreaux's Electrical, your premier Generac home generator dealer here in Louisiana. Boudreaux's been family-owned and operated since 1982, guys. Over 40 years in the game. And how you last for 4 decades is because you treat your customers the right way. And that's the thing. Everybody, when you work with Boudreaux's, everybody is treated like a VIP. They do everything they can to make sure your system is good to go when you need it. Because otherwise, like, what's the point of a generator, right? That's the entire point. You need to keep the lights on when disaster strikes. You have that peace of mind. Boudreaux's can provide that for you. 24/7 monitoring, going the extra mile to make sure that your system's good to go, like we talked about. Also, going to be a bit expensive investment. We get some great financing options available, as low as $159 a month. So you want to protect your family, keep the lights on during storm season, during year round. Look, the key is Boudreaux's. Go to Boudreaux's Electrical and, protect your home today. Something we want to talk about coming up next hour. We got Big Deal or No Big Deal, then we got Munchies. But Ross Jackson wrote about this, and I couldn't agree more. And it is what these Saints need to avoid in the draft. And it involves a couple of very talented pass rushers that maybe don't have the most production. And now, granted, we'll get into this, but there's guys like Danielle Hunter out there that would maybe cause you to take a shot, but I just don't know where the Saints are at right now that they can afford to. So we'll get into that. We got Big Deal or No Big Deal coming up next. If you want to get yours in the chat, youtube.com/1045 ESPN. And then we got Munchies at 9:15. Then we'll get into some Saints talk. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Okay, if you want blinds, drapery, curtains, I just said blinds, shutters, drop-down exterior shading for like your outdoor kitchen or something, it's all at K to Z. Have Brandon Barton out to your home. Take advantage of the 30 years of experience and the complimentary estimate as he looks around and lets you know exactly how the sunlight interacts with your home at any given point during the day and what can best be done to make it better. Maybe it saves you bills because it's all of a sudden makes your cooling your house easier, right? Maybe it takes the glare off the TV. Like the benefits are many when you work with K to Z. Go to ktozblinds.com. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living.
Yeah, that shade's really created like this hybrid space for us in the backyard. Like you feel like you're outside, you're enjoying sitting out there watching sports, but you don't have that sun, that heat coming through. And also, as we say every day, it shades your living room as well. That's an added benefit I didn't know, but Brandon and the team knew. ktozblinds.com.
You work hard every day to pursue a life you love. You put in the time, and it shows. You're forging ahead, chasing a dream, creating something better for the ones you love. You're building your own life, so why not build your own tractor? With John Deere tractors and attachments for almost any need, the Sunshine team can help you do just that. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world.
They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Thursday, April 3rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 85. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll have munchies at 9:15. We'll have big deal or no big deal at 9 a.m. And we'll close things out with Ask the Bench. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You could also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Can't stand it. I know you planned it. Welcome back, OTB, hour number 3. Top tier content idea. We make Taylor paint his face and go to an ICP concert for a weekend and go be a juggalo for a weekend.
I love this.
I'm looking up and saying Clown Posse as we speak. I've never heard of this group.
I cannot
it's just 2 of them?
believe you've never heard of ICP.
It's just 2 of them?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember their names.
I got to be honest.
I don't
feel
know
like
their names either.
to be called Posse, you got to have more than 2.
That's
Bro,
fair.
they got a community. Again, juggalos are a community unto themselves.
Woo woo.
Yeah, exactly. I know a little bit about them. I believe a common form of greeting, they ask one another, are you running with the hatchet? And if it's the affirmative, I believe you're supposed to do what Alondra just did and give a little whoop whoop.
What if I just randomly unsolicited whoop whoop to everybody I see?
I think that's also allowed.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Like if I had to guess, you could be like whoop whoop. And
I'll just do that
be
then.
cool with that.
Yeah.
They drink Fago.
I don't know what that is.
Well, Tay, are you going to Nickelback
Some
tomorrow?
off-brand soda.
Absolutely. Am I going to? Absolutely.
Did you have to ask?
Then I think
Nickelback
Then
tomorrow?
I think that we need to film him at Nickelback.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm going to
gonna
Nickelback
too.
tomorrow. I'm going to be
Where
the
is
guy.
it?
It's in
It's at
LP,
Livingston
bro. My
Fairgrounds.
stomping grounds. You
What?
kidding me right now?
Let's go,
The Livingston
dude.
Parish Fairgrounds, T-Bob, the amount of food that I have consumed on those grounds
If you're-
cannot be calculated.
If you're going to be out at Rock the Country, come find me. I'll give you a fan because it's going to be hot.
It's going to be even hotter once Chad Kroger hits that stage.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the
I was
one.
listening to them the other day, and I could just imagine myself getting blackout drunk tomorrow and rocking out to some
See,
Nickelback.
no, I can't. I
Hell
have
yes.
I have to remember this moment.
No.
I mean, I'm
It's
going to
gonna
be
one of the greatest
I'm going
moments
to
of
be
your
the
life.
shirtless guy on my
No.
brother-in-law's shoulders with Nickelback painted
can't
across
be
his
shirtless.
chest. Cannot miss me.
Yep. Are you going to try to work any of our connects to try to get like backstage passes or anything? Or are you just going to go out there and enjoy a Nickelback in the way that
No,
God
I want a
intended amongst the
concert
people?
experience.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's. I want to do big deal or no big deal, but go ahead and load up. I know we're not going to rejoin with it, but load up an ICP song for Taylor to hear because I think you'll probably recognize.
They had a beef with
couple of them.
Eminem some years back. That was like
Really?
They were in. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So wait, is this like a rap group?
Yeah.
It was a "Sing for the Moment" Eminem song. I believe he's talking about ICP in that song. I think, if I have that right.
Isn't it?
Chat, tell me if I'm wrong. But I know there was a beef.
I mean, sure. I mean, I would have. That feels very early 2000s.
Yeah.
An ICP and Eminem beef. Like if you were telling me that existed, I would say yes. I do not find that terribly
here we
hard to
go.
believe.
Trunk full of Faygo.
There you go.
I might be careful. I don't know if this is edited or
I
not.
put clean.
Okay.
It's not ringing a bell.
I'm not gonna lie, this isn't ringing a bell for me either.
It's the first one that came up.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got a little bit.
It's not really my vibe. But tell you what, you find a concert in the area, T-Bob, I'll go. I'll do it.
Who sings the
It
song?
has a
It's
little
like
Cypress
Insane
Hill.
in the
I'm about to say it has a little bit of
membrane.
Cypress Hill feel.
Insane.
Certainly, I don't know if they're from the West Coast. That felt very West Coast
Yeah.
just now. Have you seen the face paint of the Juggalos though, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm looking at him right
You'd
now.
look so good. You'd look so good with Juggalo
Can we just
face
have
paint.
him come in and Juggalo face
Yes,
paint
actually,
anyway?
yes.
Tomorrow?
That's what we should do.
Tomorrow's
sometime.
a quick turnaround.
Not tomorrow. Not
Tomorrow's a
tomorrow.
quick
Not
turnaround.
tomorrow.
You can buy
But
face paint like
one
at
day,
Walgreens.
one day, I won't leave you alone. I'll do it too. One day,
God.
we'll all come in
No,
and
I'm not doing
ICP
that.
I gotta-
face paint.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not
What?
I gotta-
Fine, me and Tay
I'll
will.
do
got
like
a-
Kiss face paint.
It's the same thing.
I mean, I said ICP is kind of lame.
tomorrow's a
though.
quick
But
turnaround.
ICP and Kiss face paint is like
That's
you're
what I'm
sitting
saying,
on
like,
the same
I
thing.
respect
Oh, but you're
Kiss.
gonna say that you're.
Yeah.
You don't respect ICP?
Nah, I don't respect them. I'm sorry.
Wait, why?
Did you hear what we just
I remember
listened to?
I remember when they were in like wrestling, WCW maybe
Yeah.
or something. Like I don't know, they're just kind of lame.
They're not lame. They got a cool community, man. I don't know. I like you, ICP.
Yeah, it's okay. That's why you're gonna paint your face like them, and I'll just say mine's for Kiss.
And then we gotta do some meth. You know?
No.
Nah, I like my teeth.
Now, I'll tell you, I never done it, but I know where we can get it. That part
Oh,
we can
buddy.
make happen.
Yeah.
I bet the
can
first
get
time you
tomorrow.
do meth is pretty awesome. But
I bet
every
it's
time
terrifying.
after that, probably
I bet it's
pretty bad.
I don't
terrifying.
know if we should
Okay, yeah, let's-
encourage the use of meth on this show, but
Obviously not, guys. Don't do meth. I mean, you know, we hold these truths to be self-evident.
To chest.
We'll say out of all the ICP face paints, this one here, probably my favorite.
Hell yeah, look at that, dude. Look at
I
that.
need
What
y'all
if
to
that
wear
was me
those
and you?
outfits too.
I'm about to say, what if that was me and you? We'd be unstoppable.
Taylor's obviously the blonde.
We actually
We would
kind of
be-
already
we
have
would be
the hair.
That's true.
A
Yeah,
little
no,
bit.
Oh my
you're
God.
not wrong. You're not wrong. We would be truly unstoppable. That's
I
our
need y'all
final
to
four.
dress up like this. I have a fisheye lens. We can make it look real cool if y'all take a picture like it.
Is Guar going to Chelsea's? Yes. Oh, that's crazy. I've never been. I'm not like a big metal guy, but I know how Guar like dresses and generally acts. That's wild. All right, let's do. Before we get to Munchies, let's do a little big deal or no big deal.
Big deal. Ain't no big deal.
Big deal? No big deal. Big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Big deal or no big deal. Nikola Jokic goes for 61 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists and the Nuggets lose because Russell Westbrook just kind of set a really, really bad series of events. Big deal or no big deal?
It should be a big deal because if this was another basketball player, probably like 3 or 4, it would be the only thing on First Take and Get Up and all of that. But like the Joker does it, and it's like, okay, I'm home. Like he had a 60-point triple-double. I hadn't seen anything about it. I get a search to find it.
It's the highest scoring triple-double of all time. Luka and James Harden have also actually had 60 points, but he got 61. It is very funny, though, because Russ's whole sequence in the game started positive. He got a steal.
Yeah.
Dribble it out. Get fouled in the game. But he tried to lay it up. Misses wide open layup. Then he kind of chills under the basket because he can't believe he missed it. Then he finally gets back on defense, only to try to close out on Nickeil Alexander-Walker to end the game, only to foul him, putting Nah on the line to win in double OT.
I do think it's funny that, like, we talk about it with the NFL a lot, right? Like, people were like, oh, well, Lamar should have won the MVP over Allen. I'm like, yeah, but if you go look at the year before, Lamar probably shouldn't have won it. He probably should have won it this year. Like, Nikola Jokic is having by far the best season in the NBA right now. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to win the MVP, and, like, I'm okay with it just because Jokic has already won 3 of them, you know? Like, it kind of happens all across sports, not just in the NFL. But with that loss, Nikola Jokic, 4 50-point games in his career, 0 for 4.
Damn.
Never won a game where he scored 50.
It is funny because the things that they're building the Shai MVP off of is, like, record, which does matter. And now they're talking about plus minus, which when you start reaching for the plus minus, very Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson like. Very Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson like.
Big deal or no big deal, Alex Ovechkin is just 3 goals away.
Huge deal.
From breaking Wayne Gretzky's NFL record. He's got 892 goals, so 3 more, he will be the champ. Still just 39 years old. This man's been playing since Jesus 50. Was a boy.
That's a hard 39.
Yeah. Hard 39.
No, big deal.
I'd like to think my 39 looks a little bit better.
Play hard.
I mean, think about it. A lot of people thought this was one of those records that, like, maybe couldn't be broken. I mean, this was one of those records people talked about like sports records that won't be broken. Like, this is a big deal.
But they did not account for Alexander Ovechkin and his toughness. Now, the only thing is, though, like, nobody's touching Gretzky's overall points, though.
No.
Right, like he is like you. Yes, this is a great record by Ovechkin, but it does not even come close to making him the greatest of all time. He's one of the greatest.
He's one of, but yeah, like Gretzky's kind of like that Jordan. It's just like, yeah, you can do all that, but you're still not going to be.
But there is no LeBron to his Jordan. Maybe
Sidney Crosby.
Sid had a run.
Sidney, but I think injuries kind of, I feel like concussions and stuff kind of ended up.
Sid had a run with the Penguins when he was winning those Stanley Cups. Yeah.
But Ovechkin's 39 goals are tied for the second most in a single season at being his age, because Gordie Howe played for until he's like 100 basically.
Oh my God! I have got to show y'all the video I saw of Mario Lemieux the other day. He's still playing, and my man's teeth.
He's still playing? I figured
not in NHL.
Jagger was still playing.
No, Mario Lemieux is still, no, sorry, Jaromir Jagr. Right, my bad. I'm getting my Penguins confused. Yes, Jaromir Jagr's still playing, and his teeth are like little sharp chiclets. Ooh. It's insane. This guy just all he cares about is hockey.
God, he's got to be 50-something.
Yeah.
Has to be.
We'll show it.
Great mullet.
9:30. All right, a couple more before we get to Chef.
Big deal or no big deal, the Dodgers well on their way if they can keep this up. I don't know. They got the Phillies coming up, but the best start in MLB history was 13 straight wins by the 1982 Braves. The Dodgers are at 8.
Weren't the Braves bad back then?
They were managed by Joe Torre, so.
They were, yeah.
Yeah. But
Glenn
yeah,
Hubbard days.
Dodgers, they've got 8 straight wins right now starting the season.
Walked
8-0.
the Braves off last night.
Yeah, the Padres are 7-0.
Tight.
Poor Braves.
So Dodgers,
0-7.
Dodgers and Padres, the only 2 undefeated teams in the MLB left. Dodgers a little closer to getting the 13. I don't know if they can get to. They got the Phillies coming up, and
If the Dodgers win the World Series again, I don't know that I'll watch baseball.
I know, like,
And I don't mean that because I
back
don't.
to back.
And I don't even I don't even mean because I hate baseball, like, or I hate the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But with how much money they can spend,
Yeah.
how good they are at spending money, it's not their fault. But if they do, I'll be like, okay, I don't really care anymore.
I think the bigger problem where I've arrived at, the bigger problem is all the organizations that don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
That just want to sit there and
Be
collect
cheap.
checks and, like the Pirates.
And the Marlins.
And just be cheap asses and basically.
Like, why would I go watch your game?
Just ticks on the back. Yeah, exactly. It's a ridiculous premise to try to sell a fan
That's what I'm
base.
saying. Like, so for baseball, it's like you either get one extreme or the other, I feel like.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like no teams in the middle. Like the Royals, when they won the World Series like a decade ago, that feels like the last time we're going to get a team that has like that kind of payroll that can go do it.
All right, Taylor, real quick here before we get to Munchies.
Big deal or no big deal? T-Bob's favorite NBA defender, Dylan Brooks, facing a one-game suspension after
For
getting
sexual assault on LeBron?
No, but that probably added to it. After getting his 16th technical foul of the season due to a kick to Colin Sexton's groin in the game against the Utah Jazz.
Grind don't stop.
This is his, it obviously comes just a few days after the LeBron thing, but look, it was 4 minutes into the game. He got a technical. Dylan Brooks' antics, big deal or no big deal?
No big deal. We talked about it. That's his archetype. He has to be pestering, grindy, annoying, dirty, lay it all on the line guy. Nobody's got Dylan Brooks on their roster to not be that guy.
Yeah.
You know? So, no big deal. Do your thing, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right.
I got
Munchies.
one more.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Big deal or
Go
no
ahead.
big deal? The Cowboys have a new quarterback.
Uh-oh. Let's do it.
The Patriots have sent Joe Milton
Yeah.
to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
He will now be the backup to Dak Prescott. Big deal or no big deal?
I'd be
big
kind of
deal.
pumped if I was you, dude.
He's going to be the backup. You guys know how I feel about Joe Milton. I don't think he's a good quarterback. He wasn't good in college.
He looked
but
pretty good last year.
That's, yeah, I mean, you know, he had a good preseason.
He got some starts at the end, didn't he?
Yeah, he did good at the end.
They only traded a 5th-round pick for it. They also get Milton and a 7th-round pick in return. I'm
Good
fine with
deal.
it. Look, you gave up a
Look at you,
5th-round
Jerry.
pick for a backup quarterback. You needed one after Cooper Rush and Trey Lance are both no longer on the roster. So
Well, and you know he's going to play.
yeah, no big deal. But I actually like the trade because
he's
I mean
gonna
you needed
play. It's
a
true.
quarterback. I mean, to T-Bob's point, Dallas started 3 different quarterbacks this past season. You only had one on your roster till today. So yeah, I'm actually okay with the move.
Joe
What does this
Milton.
mean for Cooper Rush?
I was going to say
Cooper Rush is with
objectively
Baltimore.
tighter than like Rush or
Is he better?
Darnucci or whatever his name is.
Baducci.
Yeah.
He's with the Saints now.
Baducci.
Ben DiNucci.
Man, that
I
guy's
like
that guy's
Baducci better.
Baducci, boy.
Baducci.
Boy, you smell like Baducci.
You
Get
got
out
that
of here.
Baducci.
With
Baducci might
Cooper
be-
Rush.
Baducci
That might be the
smell
way that we talk about quarterbacks
Oh,
now.
Baducci ass snake ass.
with Cooper Rush, you know, signing with the Ravens a few weeks ago. I mean,
I missed that.
you needed a backup.
Yeah,
Would
most
I
people
rather
did.
have Cooper Rush? Yeah, because he might not be flashy, but his
Shut
overall
up.
win-loss record ain't bad.
Who cares?
Man loves Cooper Rush.
I didn't
He
know
wins
how
games,
Cooper
guys.
Rush note he's
Of course
on.
he does.
He wins games.
Loves him.
When we get back, Munchies, Chef Michael Jones.
Off the bench.
Go to trashrangers.com, guys. Trash Rangers! Hi ho! What can I do? Like a good
The trash has got to go.
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe so. But he says hi ho silver, so I was trying to play up that.
I thought you were rhyming.
Hi ho red can. I don't know. But the point is, what I do know that if you need expert trash removal services in South Louisiana, you want Trash Rangers. And I'm talking residential, and if you're a business, we got your back. We're your neighbors, okay? So we give you better service. He texts you the night before it's your day to put out your trash so you never forget again. The best prices, the best people. TrashRangers.com.
225-363-9053. That is the phone number. Give them a call. If you've got a project, you need a dumpster. They got 3 different sizes to choose from. They're going to make sure you have the right size on your project, home, or business. Go to TrashRangers.com, TrashRangers.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, guys? It's time for some munchies with our guy, Chef Michael Johnson. Put your questions in the chat. Hashtag munchies. Let's get it. Let's go.
Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and leave this segment hungry. This is Munchies with Executive Chef Michael Johnson. Let's eat.
Chef, what's going on, brother? How we doing today?
Oh, man, you know, I'm 49 years old, brother, and I'm on spring break.
Wait, today? No.
No.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know what? Well, we did somewhere through March. We celebrated our 5th year together. Or
Yes.
We're going into 6th.
Yeah. I know. It's amazing, man. Wait, so what were you saying about spring break, though? Sorry.
Oh, well, LSU's on spring break right now, so I'm sitting at the house, sitting on my porch, enjoying the morning.
Oh, let's go. We love to see it, Chef. Anytime the guy that works 24/7 gets a little break. Chef, do you know where I could get any good croquetas in Baton Rouge?
You know, I don't. Porchetta, is that what you said?
Croquetas. I don't know. It's supposed to be Cuban.
croquetas.
I assumed you know because we just ask you anything and expect you to know everything.
Yeah, what are you
You
doing,
know,
Chef?
this is a weird thing. Like, if I'm not eating at the nutrition center, I eat at home a lot. You know.
Makes sense.
So it's you know, like, I don't really go out to eat too much. One, the world has gotten really expensive.
I know, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't lying, bro.
Even more expensive, Chef, if you're trying to eat healthy.
Have just a panic
really.
attack every time you open your bank app.
I mean, honestly, eating cheap. You know, like, you take your kids to a fast food place right now, you spend $30, $40 easy. And
Oh, easy.
I don't know.
Bro, you can't even get like a freaking bowl of burrito for less than like $15.
No,
it's insane. We have lost the plot so badly, which is why we need to be cooking. Which is why we have Chef on here every single week to help answer all of our questions.
There you go.
Hashtag Munchies, is cooking with ghee a good replacement for using real butter from grass-fed cows?
This has been a kind of a common question, and ghee it's basically clarified butter is what it is. And so, if you're removing some of the milk fats and solids out of it, so it doesn't taste as good as butter, and you're pulling some of the proteins out of it as well. Healthy wise, I think it's a tomato. I'm sure that there's mild differences in there. But it's kind of the same creature, really.
Chef T-Bob's always talking about putting all his food together, like an amalgamation of just different things on his plate. So I kind of did something like T-Bob would do last night, and I got to get your thoughts on this. So, you know me, I'm a meathead. I'm all about protein, and so I made chili last night, and I got lean ground beef in there. I've got beans because that's protein as well. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to really put like shredded cheese in there. It's not the healthiest thing in the world. I don't want to go sour cream. I was like, what can I put in here? I put cottage cheese and mixed it up a little bit, Chef. How psycho of a move is that to put cottage cheese?
Use some Greek yogurt instead of the sour cream too.
So, here's I'm a huge cottage cheese fan.
It does taste great.
I have some Midwestern roots. Y'all know that, and so I love cottage cheese. I probably wouldn't have thought of that myself, but I do like the creativity behind it, and I love cottage cheese, man. I mean, I would try it. I'll tell you. My thing with chili is I like pickles in my chili, and it's it offers a real acidic. Like if you make the chili and it's kind of calm, and some chilies even go a little bitter if you have a lot of chili powder and stuff in it. I don't know. I love pickles in there. And now I don't have a problem backing out the cheese, but I am a fool for sour cream. So I think that cottage cheese makes sense to me. It kind of lightens the acidity up a little bit, or lightens the flavor of it up a little bit. But I like pickles in my chili.
Also,
try that.
Never forget, Chef taught us about the sirloin chunks in the chili, which are very, very good. Hashtag Munchies. I don't know if you know what a Big Back is, Chef. It's kind of like just like a fat meal, but chat wants to know, what's your go-to Big Back meal?
I don't know what a Big Back meal is, man.
It's like fat. It's like just like your go-to
like if you're going full
meal.
fat boy.
You just want to get full fat boy. What are you doing?
It's pork belly, man. It's
duh. Yeah, we actually do that.
And I don't. You said something earlier, and I heard porchetta. And I don't know if you know what porchetta is. That should explain to you like who I am, because porchetta is a boneless pork loin that has been wrapped with a pork belly, and you leave the skin on the pork belly. You truss it up. You can stuff it with seasonings. Beef fennel pollen is kind of a traditional Italian preparation. Sprinkle with fennel pollen on the inside. And then you slow roast it, like at 300 degrees.
Oh my!
And you cook the fat from the belly cooks through and soaks into the loin, and the outside of the skin crisps up chicharrones, right?
Yeah.
And after you've cooked it, you untruss it and you take it and slice it and chop it and put it onto a porchetta sandwich. Is like a very traditional Italian sandwich, right? And it's on like a very firm ciabatta because of all the fat. My mouth is watering talking about this right now.
This is the horniest you've made me in a couple of weeks here, Chef.
Porchetta. I mean, I served porchetta once at the nutrition center 5 years because I didn't want to take it on the chin because it's so unhealthy.
Yeah.
But if you're going full on, fat boy or whatever you said.
Yeah, Big Back.
Yeah, Big Back. Okay, Big Back. I got you.
If you're going full Big Back.
Porchetta it's in there for sure.
Oh God, it sounds so good, dude.
And I don't know anybody that does porchetta around here. It's a very kind of an older tradition dish. And when you find it and it's been done properly, I mean, it's a memorable experience, right?
You've given me a new quest now.
Yeah.
Hashtag Munchies, is adding sesame seeds to a dish anything more than aesthetics?
I don't really, well, I mean, it adds a little texture sometimes. Like you can toast them and put them in a dish and it'll add olfactory. There's kind of traditional in some Asian preparations. There is some nutrient value in them. But I think it's more for texture and olfactory, like to add, if you toast them, they come scented, right? They kind of, you when you smell it, it kind of alters the flavor of the food to some degree, like not literally the flavor, but it adds to the experience of the food, right?
Chef, last week I was at LSU's Pro Day, and I saw you in the distance leaning on the fence and kind of watching some of the guys, try to live their dream and make it to the NFL. And it was a cool moment because I was like, man, Chef's just out here watching his guys, proud of his guys. What was that moment like for you? And what's it always like for you? Because, you have seen these players. You've seen Josh Williams for, what is he, a 6-year player?
Yeah, it looks like you've been feeding him well, Chef, because my man looked good.
He did. He looked like an Avenger. What's it like for you to watch those guys kind of go through that after you've kind of been with them during some of their most important years?
Like being a dad.
Yeah.
Man. It really is. It's the only thing I can associate it to, from the moment that we start recruiting them, I put myself into the parent process a little bit because these parents are trusting their kids to us to make sure that, that they're being cared for properly. And, that's what we do. It's, I think part of the reason that I'm good at my job is because I do care. Right. Damian Lewis came back the other day and he was one of my OGs from 2019. And, he looked good. He's slimmed down. He's still D-Lou and big bodied, but he's muscle, and solid. And, that was an emotional moment for me, man, that I hadn't experienced yet. I've seen some of the guys come back before, but after, I moved here in 19, it's 6 or 7 years in now. Yeah. And, having that moment that it and the same thing being on the field, you're hoping and wishing and praying for these kids to go out. Some of them come from nothing and this is their opportunity, and I think, as far as a human being is concerned, I'm a God-fearing man. I love everybody and I always want to see success. Yeah. And I don't care who it is. And so, watching those guys, it's impressive too. They're golly, man, some of those guys look like they've been chiseled from stone, man. It's incredible. I'm very impressed in their athleticism, their character, and their drive.
Yeah, and what D-Lou's made about like $50 million or something in the NFL now, doing pretty good for himself, I'd say.
Yeah, he played for the Hawks for a while, yeah.
Hashtag Munchies, and this is something I've been wondering about a lot lately, because I want to get a butter dish. Do you leave butter on the counter or in the fridge? Can I just leave butter out in a butter dish 24/7?
Absolutely, yeah. Cover it up because it'll, for sure. It'll go bad, But if you're not using it, you know what I mean. That's
I'll use it. I use butter every day, so I would definitely use it.
Yeah, definitely you can. Yeah.
Oh wow, I had no idea. Chef, you strike me as an insane clown posse guy that maybe has flirted with ICP back in the day. Is this true?
A little bit. Okay.
I freaking knew it. If you were to cook a meal for the juggalos and juggalettes, what are you feeding them? Hashtag Munchies.
Oh, man, that's a good one, man. It's going to be something spicy. When I think about that music, it gets me ramped up, right? It's definitely going to be something spicy. I don't know, maybe a seriously hot pulled pork tacos, street tacos, and you know what I mean?
With some Faygo.
Yeah, it's got to have a lot of character, lots of toppings and interesting, things to put in it because those guys, they're an interesting crew, and I think they're pretty diverse too, and I don't know, it's got to be something cool like that.
I love it. That's an incredible answer. Chef Michael Johnson, executive chef for LSU Athletics. Oh, hey, Chef, Alondra has a question for you.
Yep.
Oh, you could have asked it, but we're asking what would be your master's meal?
Yes. So Masters around the corner. Yeah. You get to, plan out your meal completely. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think it depends on the guy. You know what I mean? Who the person is that wins.
No,
you
are.
What if it's you?
You are the person that has won.
You're the master's. Like, you get to pick it. What would it be?
Gosh, I don't know, man. That's a good one. It's a lot of people go to. It's going to involve seafood, maybe some langoustines or something like that. I can be a little bougie sometimes. I mean, honestly, if you want to know how bougie I can get, like, I like snails and foie gras.
Yeah, hold your pinky up one time.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, and even like sweetbreads. Sweetbreads is something it's a delicacy that I absolutely love.
I love
right.
sweetbreads.
Me too. Yeah.
Well, yes.
So, yeah, I can eat food all day. To be honest with you, that could be a pretty bougie meal. I think it could be something like the Titanic, where they had like 13 courses of food. You know what I mean, and just make an event of it for several hours.
You're the best, Chef. I cannot thank you enough. Enjoy spring break. Enjoy that porch, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Chef Michael Johnson. Oh, this is funny from Scooby TD. Fun fact: the Masters champion has to pay for the dinner. I did not
know that. Okay, Scotty Scheffler. Well, obviously he's rich, but like his meal is pretty
expensive.
But he ain't hurting for it. Well, yeah, it was like a cowboy ribeye. Let me look it up again.
Yeah.
And it had like mac and cheese.
I'm thinking about buying or going in with somebody on a cow.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because you can buy like the Masters. You could buy like a Masters. Meal kit that
I don't give a damn about that. I'm talking about how the like economics of such are that like a lot of people are just buying cows nowadays, and it seems like it's actually a really good deal.
Yeah,
like
you're gonna keep it.
I think they keep it for you and send it in parts. Maybe not though. I could be wrong. I haven't explored much about it.
Does Iverstein's do it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay, Scotty's got cheeseburger sliders and firecracker shrimp for his apps. And Papa Chef's meatball and ravioli bites, which sounds amazing. First course is Texas-style chili. Main course is wood-fired cowboy ribeye or blackened redfish.
Good God, that sounds good.
With macaroni and cheese, jalapeno creamed corn, which I love creamed corn, Brussels sprouts, and chili lime roasted sweet potatoes. Dessert, warm chocolate chip skillet cookie. Ooh, that's a great.
Yeah, the skillet cookie
with
cake,
vanilla bean ice cream.
Is so good.
Yeah.
Shout out Scheffler. That meal is also the equivalent of Kid Rock's outfit in the Oval Office. That is like as American as it gets. A quintessentially American meal. All right, when we get back, more OTB.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan injury attorneys are there for you when you need them. And when you need them is when you need somebody who's going to stand up for you and get you what you deserve. So if you get in an accident today, you want to hit up Gordon. GetGordon.com. 225-888-8888 is the number. Or you can go to the website, GetGordon.com. You can fill out a consult form right there. They'll get in touch with you immediately. Also, follow them on social media at Get Gordon. See a lot of great content with your favorite athletes, members of the G Team. Get Gordon, get it done.
Go to the website, getgordon.com. You can do it all. Chat with them right there. See what they can do for you in the courtroom, what they've already done for others in the courtroom, cases they can handle. All right there again on getgordon.com. It's always at Get Gordon on all major social media to see what they're doing throughout the communities in the state of Louisiana, and they are throughout the state of Louisiana. So no matter where you're listening to us, just go ahead. If you want to call them, put your area code, followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to OT.
Droopy?
Well, I'm so tired. Well, Droopy Dog, why's everybody so mean to me? My name's Greg Byrne. I'm poor Alabama. Everybody's got more money than us. Man.
Shut the hell up, Greg Byrne. Oh, 2 for flinching. Got him.
There you go. Got him. While we're talking about Greg Byrne, let's change the subject. I want to talk about Alabama. Our foundation is putting on an auction right now for a sign that used to be up in Tiger Stadium. It's a big wall sign. It's kind of remembering the Florida LSU game from 2007. So if you have, if you have a restaurant or a bar, if you have a man cave, be a good spot.
This is sick.
For this sign. It's on my Twitter at Jacob Hester 18. You can see how you can place a bid. I think it's going until Tuesday. So it's like, this is a sign. It's like 6 foot tall, 3 foot wide, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
It used to be in the locker room. Wasn't there when I was there because I'm on the picture, but it was after I was done. T-Bob, you probably weighed in, and this picture was above the scale. You didn't even realize it.
Oh, really?
I think it was.
In the locker, which locker room? Like the actual game day locker room? Like that's it right there? Hell yeah, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
that is sick. I remember that. Yes, I've seen that sign a million times.
So if you'd like to place a bid on that, it's probably
Who's that with the ball?
Some slappy Caucasian running back.
For those who are just listening on radio, it's very clearly Jake Hester diving across the line with the game-winning touchdown against Florida on 4th down with Ryan Miller clearing the way on the ground underneath him.
And it kind of breaks down the play and kind of the series and the game, and it's probably going to be one of our bigger fundraisers here in the springtime. Hopefully,
Hell yeah.
Hopefully it's a big fundraiser. So we've got that going right now. Again, at Jacob Hester 18, you can find the link and how to place a bid. I think Our station retweeted it, OTB as well. So any of those, it should be on there.
Guys, guess what? I'm going to Goodwood after the show today. I'm going to go start the process of seeing how Goodwood can help me fight the aging. Maybe peptides, maybe we'll see. I don't know what it's going to be. Taylor, should I do some penile enhancement? I got to
if I was in your situation,
I got to at least ask about it.
If I was in your situation, I absolutely would.
Hey! Stop it. I don't like that you got one over on me so good just now. You shut your mouth, stupid. Damn it.
But yeah,
Can't believe I let just Taylor win like that. That was bad.
You set him up. You set him up for it.
I know, but I was trying to do it like he would know because I do things to him, but yeah, he turned it around. Hoisted on my own petard. I'm proud of you, but I'm upset. Anyway, you're Goodwood, guys. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Go today. Let's start the process. We're not being embarrassed anymore, and we're going to reach our max potential here in 2025, okay? We're going to take back control of our lives and libidos. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com. I will be reporting back about the process.
Can they deal with micro situations too? When you ask, you're going to let them know all the information?
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
That sounds like a personal problem. I think you're going to have to go in yourself to figure that one out.
Oh, man. I think my roster tells me I don't have a problem.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. What? Micros can't get people pregnant?
Probably not.
I don't think that's how biology works.
Actually, probably not.
Probably not.
What? So you think everybody with a micro penis just has never, ever produced a child?
A micro penis.
Yes, just never produced a child?
I don't think so. Penis.
Yeah, Avo, I did. I ran into that. One of the funniest things that's ever happened in South Park, where Cartman, trying to make Butters, trying to call him gay, takes pictures of Butters, like Butters is asleep and he puts his balls in his mouth.
Oh my gosh.
He puts Butters' balls in Cartman's mouth and he takes pictures of it thinking it makes Butters look like that, only then to realize, oh no, wait, it's actually me. That people are now
I've seen that
making fun
episode.
of.
It is possible for a man with micro penis to...
Guys, of course it's possible.
As long as his sperm count is normal.
I don't know what
got 3 kids.
I don't know. Okay, again, no.
Living proof.
No, stop it.
Of course it's possible.
Stop it. I'm
You're
just
getting
saying.
very defensive right
The
now.
thing that actually gets you
so
pregnant.
Bad when I made the joke. And then
I
it
just wanted to
gone
talk about Chris Beard.
Chris Beard.
Damn it. Chris Beard played A&M yesterday.
Speaking
It was
of
very
choking.
funny. He played A&M for more money for Ole Miss, more NIL money as well. The best part is the most recent reporting we have is that Beard is the one who actually initiated the contact with A&M, only to turn around and be like, nah, fam, never mind. I'm not into it.
You mean A&M's not the dream job for Chris Beard either?
A&M reportedly offered him $7 million a year. And so all he did was use it to get paid by Ole Miss, and now their NIL funds top 4.
I know this was very, very controversial, but I really wanted him to be the next coach at LSU. It all happened around
I
the
gotta
same
be
time.
honest, it's weird for me to talk about Beard because I don't actually know the illegal stuff.
I mean, everything was dropped, but
Yeah.
it's still
It's still bad, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
there's choking involved and
Mhm. Well, I better not comment on it. All I'll say is he did play A&M though. He had his camp reach out to A&M, say he wanted the job, he loves Texas, all this other crap, and then he was like, "Nah, never mind, I'm good. I got more money here now."
Am I going to have to become a Chris Beard
I
fan
love
now?
that. Yeah.
I like Schloss. And we're going to have to become a Chris Beard fan
Shut
now,
up.
too.
Greg,
Schloss
can
is a
y'all bring up that
terrible
Billy Lucci tweet brought up today? Yeah, we did
did
the
it
tweet
yesterday.
yesterday. It was great. All right. When we get back, damn it, Tyler, more off the bench.
Off the bench.
Uh-oh, guys. It's crawfish season. If you want the best bugs in town, get your ass over to Rouse's. Rouse's is, you got to remember this, guys, quite literally Louisiana from the original brick up. What that means is they are of the culture. They know the culture. And so anything you need for the culture at Rouse's got your back. For instance, you're Catholic, you don't eat meat on Fridays, go check out the Rouse's Seafood Hot Bar. They got $9.99 and you get to stuff a plate full of whatever you want. I mean, I'm talking delicious fried crab cakes, delicious like shrimp rangoon, delicious fried catfish, whatever. It's all there every single Friday. They always got great hot plate deals going on. And if you want the best bugs in town, you want to burl them yourself or you want to buy them already burled, well, again, it's hot from the pot at Rouse's. So let's have ourselves a weekend. And trust me, guys, when you go in there, I know this is kind of old school, so I don't know how many people do it. Grab the coupon booklet at the beginning of the store. The savings that it has are actually incredible. I know because I flip through it for live reads every single week. Actually amazing. Rouse's.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Time for a little Ask the Bench. Is that supposed to be brought to you by Dos Equis or not? Either way, we love Dos Equis.
Okay. Dos Equis is like
It's just a live
ass
Oh,
live.
let's go.
It's a live ass
Hell
live.
yeah, Dos Equis. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Best way to prepare eggs.
I mean, it can be brought to you by Ask the Bench.
A million different
Prepared
ways.
eggs.
A million different ways. They're the best food because they can be prepared in so many different
Versatile,
ways.
good for you.
Super easy is
I
my
like
fave.
my eggs poached. Like eggs Benedict and stuff.
Yeah,
like a poached
yeah. We
egg.
had like the little thing you pour in a
Yeah.
little poacher.
Poached egg.
I like scrambled eggs with shocker cottage cheese.
I think, I think of all of the egg forms, if you were to cook them to perfection, I actually think I'm with Tay-Tay. I think a poached egg, if it's perfect, is the best, which is very hard.
I like a good fried egg. I like them all.
They're all good. They're all
Yeah.
great. They're all varying levels of
Burled.
great. There's no way you can
A
cook an egg
burled
that I don't like.
Devil's egg.
So I don't like boiled eggs or devil.
I love boiled eggs.
You want to see
Love
somebody
eggs.
pop some Tic Tacs? This man right here.
Give me a holiday and a tray full of deviled eggs. I mean, I'm like LeBron.
Eggs.
You're like the big O lineman on the replacement, just eating the bowl of boiled eggs before the game. Remember?
Oh God, yeah, it's the big sumo.
Yeah.
I just don't love eggs.
Only somebody crazy would eat 30 boiled
eggs?
eggs
That's
before the game.
crazy.
I'll eat them, but I don't love them.
Ask the bench. Nookie says, we had tornadoes last night. Expect them all week until Sunday. If I don't make it, who will you call on for clever, tricky, sarcastic questions? I don't know, Nook. So you better live, you son of a gun. Better not die. Which I'm pretty sure I saw an F5 tornado in Arkansas yesterday. It was
I meant to look that up. Sorry.
Insane video. Look it up and play it. We don't need sound for it. It's going to blow your mind. Hashtag ask the bench. What are Turkish eggs? I've never had that. I like a Scotch egg. Hashtag ask the bench. Have you ever had bakabazi? I feel like I'm asking something inappropriate. I have no idea. Let's move on. Hashtag ask the bench. Wait, what happened to the questions? I lost it.
OTB team drag names.
Like what would my drag name be?
Mm-hmm.
T-Bell?
I hadn't thought about it.
This the one?
This is not the exact video I saw, but
But it's
that
the
looks
same.
like the same,
Yeah, it's the
tornado.
same tornado.
Look at that freaking thing, dude. The one I saw was from a news report, and it was much, much closer, and it was heading directly at the or across, like perpendicular to the person. It was pretty wild.
That's insane. What would you do if you got caught in the middle of a tornado?
Crap. Yeah, I do not look that up, says half the from out. I did read something
You
bad.
got.
Would you eat a balut egg? What's a balut egg again?
No idea.
I'll look that up. Oh, it's a fertilized duck egg
Ugh.
that has been incubated for 14 to 21 days, then steamed or boiled.
So like a half.
It's a Filipino delicacy. Filipinos,
Half-made
man, they got
baby?
some crazy island food, right? Because what's durian is the fruit that smells awful.
Yeah. You
and
see like the
everything.
videos of people like cutting it open and
Yeah.
like gagging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wonder how it
T-Poodle is
tastes.
your drag name.
Yeah, there you go. I love T-Poodle, actually. That's a great name.
Blake Baker would agree.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about that anymore. I was just sick that day still, and so I was angry.
Well, I knew that you would have a day of
Yep.
reflection on that and would not be happy. I told him.
Hashtag ask the bench. Working hard or hardly working? Definitely the latter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this sounds amazing. Turkish eggs are poached eggs served over a bed of thick, garlicky yogurt,
Oh.
finished with a generous drizzle of warmed butter.
That actually does sound good.
Frick yeah.
Oh, man. This song went so hard in middle school. God, you were in middle school when it came out. I was a professional.
When did this song come out?
Like right when I was early in my career, NFL.
We love you guys. We'll see you later.
Off the bench.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead,